I am here.
All
What
right.
the hell you doing, man?
Playing Star Wars.
He said, I have the high ground, ass nigga.
Anyway, welcome back, y'all,
Thank
to
you.
Superior Mind. I definitely just said we were live. Y'all just had a random
What the hell y'all doing, bro?
We're live?
Yes, bro.
Live.
It's 7.
Oh,
Guys-
shit. Hey.
It's live.
Oh, fuck. Ah. All right. Am I host right now? Cut this out at the beginning.
I can do it. It's no problem.
All right, I'll do the intro. Who's in this bitch right now?
First thing starting off, we got introductions. So everybody introduce yourselves.
All right. What the fuck? Wait, let's restart this real quick. Let's restart this. Hold on.
Y'all niggas stop playing around, bro.
No one's playing, nigga. Restart this shit anyway.
Yeah, hold on, bro. Let me.
He actually
Yeah, let me
Don't
log out real
restart
quick.
until I come back, bro. Give me like 3 minutes.
Oh my god.
This is all going
What the
in this
fuck?
I'm definitely not cutting this shit out. That shit was too funny. We are uncut, all right?
This is on the Superior
Anyways,
channel.
Des, you can get your introduction.
All right.
Dead.
Hold on. I gotta quit my game.
Shaun, get
All
your
right.
introduction.
All right, are we good now? We're good now? I'm sorry.
Yes, Des, go.
All right. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Deus. Welcome back to another episode of the Superior Podcast. You already know how it is. We back at it like a bunch of crack addicts, you know. As you can see, you know, you already know who I am, bro. You already know who I am. Come on, let's stop. But shit. My guy Aizen, bro. Introduce yourself, my G.
Facts, you already know who I am. It is Aizen. You might know me on the timeline as Rambo or Rambo. I mainly go by Lord Aizen. Shaun, is you next?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Y'all already know who it is. It's Shaun. Y'all already know who it is. Shaun at Warrior Shaun. Follow me on Twitter. Hit me up on YouTube. Link will be down below in the description. Everyone, I hope you guys have been having a great week. We've all been having great weeks, and we all gonna get into this episode and, you know, bash you with some good shit.
We're up next. We got my guy 2.
Yeah, what's up? You already know I'm 2. I was in the last episode at the end. I came late, so this is my first beginning. So we move.
This nigga, bro. And shit. Last but not least, we got QuisAlmythy.
That man Keith is
He's
muted.
not even here.
Get here right now. He'll be here in a minute.
He's having technical difficulties with his, hentai, but he'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh my god, bro. Oh shit.
First
Man,
thing
but fuck. Oh my god. Go ahead, Aizen.
I know folks didn't want to bring this up, but I feel like it needs to be addressed.
You're
So,
talking about
yeah, Ti out here. Bro, the memes got me weak because they got Ti acting like he checking inside while the doctor checking inside. That shit is wild.
I've seen that.
How did like all y'all feel when y'all first heard it versus like when y'all learned about
Hold on, wait. What was going on with that situation? Y'all gotta catch me up to speed.
it? So basically this man Ti, right? This man Ti takes his daughter to
His oldest daughter.
yes, who's currently 18 to get to the gynecologist.
Yep.
And he's there when she get her pussy checked, basically.
He asked for the doctor to check to see if her hymen is intact in order for him to know whether or not she's still a virgin.
Say y'all swear to God.
Bro,
Yeah.
Bro.
You didn't see the memes? Like there was like
I wouldn't just say something.
Wait, that's what that shit was about. Oh my! I'm like, what the fuck is these niggas talking about? Yeah, he wild for that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like,
So
I get it.
every year, annually, and it's usually like a day or two after her birthday, he books her gynecologist appointment. He books it himself and then takes her, and then has the doctor spill all the beans on her health and her hymen in order to make sure she's a virgin.
All right. All right.
That man wilding.
He wilding. No cap. He's wilding.
So what I found out, because one of my friends, she educated me fully because she was disgusted by it. Because I didn't see. I saw how extremely invasive it was and how bad it is. But I'm like, I mean, he's her dad.
We got Hero trickling in.
Hero, go ahead, introduce yourself, Hero.
What's so good, y'all? It's Hero. I'm a little late, but it's whatever.
Anywho, back to
what I was
saying.
That man wilding. He deserved all the backlash that he get for that.
So apparently, for the doctor to even check her hymen is illegal, and the whole matter of it is just extremely invasive, and she has zero privacy around her father. That is
True.
Like what he's doing is one of the most creepiest things you could do as a dad, and I'd never do that to my children. I hope none of my children ever do that to their children. And for the men out there in America who are thinking, "Oh, that's a great idea," don't do it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That nigga, he not gonna be listening to this, but I'm gonna fuck nigga T.I. I'm talking to you. You wildin', motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, you wildin'. Cause like, dog, look, I get it, right? As a man, right? You don't want your daughter to be out here. You feel me? Whooped him, right? But on that same token, though, it's like she about to be a grown woman, or she is a grown woman at this point. Like, isn't she 18 now? I'm guessing, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
She got to be around that. She got to be around that time if he out here fucking checking up on her and shit. But excuse me. But yeah, dog. I don't think that's not it. She's about to be a grown woman, you know, and she's going to be having sex. Where she's in high school, like that's what niggas like kids do around that age. They start having sex, you know. That's just the way life goes, bro. Like how you was young, you feel me? Out here fucking these bitches in high school, nigga. She gonna be receiving a pipe. I'm being honest. She gonna be receiving a pipe.
Hey, I've seen what she look like. She
that kind of sounded kind of weird when that just came out of my mouth, but I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, she's gonna be having sex, bro. You know, and I feel like as a father, you have to realize that, you know, as long as she's not like out here hoeing, you feel me? That like it is what it is. Like as long as she's having safe, consensual sex with her significant other or whatever it may be, bro, then just be happy for that. At least just be happy about that, because a lot of girls out here, they just be having sex with a bunch of dirty people, you know. So I feel like you got to give her some space, because if you don't give her that privacy, bro, she's gonna end up becoming a hoe, and I know you don't want that. Me and you both know we don't want that, or you don't want that.
I just
remember
he's still.
So I don't even know why I said we, but fuck it.
That's
what I'm talking about. Like this
Deus just start talking.
So we both don't want that. Like he know her.
My bad. I was reading the text. My bad, bro. But shit, I don't know how you feel about it too, Mr. Hentai Lord.
Oh, about T.I.? Nigga, I don't know.
I'm sorry, T doesn't really care.
Yeah, two don't give a fuck. What about you, Hero?
Man, you pretty much covered it all for me, bro.
I think we're pretty all on the same page that
Shaun
he
covered that all for me.
They finna cancel him expeditiously.
Nobody's gonna cancel T.I., but this is definitely
look for sure.
You know they finna be screaming that shit though.
Who's gonna screaming at me? No, how are they gonna cancel T.I., bro? First of
Nah,
all, canceling
I'm
don't
just
work.
saying.
Check it out.
You know they finna be on the timeline talking about y'all listen to T.I. after what he said.
I'm not
They're
supporting
for sure
T.I.,
gonna be
I'm just saying
on that.
nobody's going to cancel him. Like they can try, like they always try, but they never cancel anybody. So
T.I. currently has the top podcast in the world. It gets the most views out of all podcasts on all streaming services. That nigga, at the end of the day, he ain't gonna give a goddamn.
Over this, no. What he did was atrocious, but I'm just saying they're not going to cancel him though. They're not going to be able to. And that's just that.
They do.
Shit don't be
camp-
working unless you like
Talk about
not even
Aizen.
that popular.
Like, you got to do some atrocious shit to get canceled.
Oh god.
You got to be like, you got to be Bill Cosby and R. Kelly niggas. Oh God.
Oh my god, bro. All right, hold on. All right, pause real quick. Pause the conversation real quick. All right, that's good spot to pause at. All right, whatchamacallit? I'm gonna try and get Keys back in here. We can keep the we can redo the introduction. I don't mind redoing the introduction. If you want, Rambo, you can just add that fucking combo right there, like as like a fucking extra or a blooper or some shit. Cause that nigga did say like to wait. In all fairness.
Like it's
Yup.
been 3 minutes for how long?
So Keith was here. And
Keith
told you
Yeah,
was-
he said he'll be back, but I thought he was back. When I
When
started
was
the intro, I thought he was back. I didn't know.
I mean, we can cut it out if you want to put it in a video. Either or.
Yeah.
Why do people? All right, bro. It's whatever. It don't matter.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, bro. But no, that was a good like convo though.
Personally, I don't think anything should be cut out, but it's whatever.
I mean, it don't got to be cut out, but I mean, for like the professionalism of the podcast, you know, like it still has to have some structure in the video. You know what I'm saying?
But this is live on YouTube right now, right? Or-
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
live. So
Oh, it's live on YouTube. Oh, hey, motherfuckers, this
People
is
here-
y'all
Yeah,
getting
I'm
the
gonna
raw shit.
I'm gonna post the link. Where's the?
Yeah, I'm
Y'all getting the raw shit.
Deus, for future reference, you didn't have to stop the conversation to say that you're gonna get Keith back in. You could just went and did
Man,
it.
the
Oh,
conversation-
yeah. All right, that's cool.
the conversation was
You don't have
over. It was over. But
Yeah, it was over. That's why I was like, hold on, because I know if he was like recording or not. You know what I'm saying?
We live,
It's
nigga.
live.
Yeah, I didn't know it was live. Whatever, it is what it is.
We told you it was live. Like, 20
I
minutes ago.
definitely said we going live at 7. I don't. Do y'all not understand what we going live at 7 means?
It means 7 on the dot. We live.
That's fair. Are y'all in the same exact house right now, dog?
Yes.
yeah, they are.
Y'all niggas, oh shit, y'all niggas locals. Look, what, nigga? I'm fucking jealous. Shit, my niggas is locals.
I thought it was
Stupid.
Oh, we.
We literally just said that. Deus, are you high right now?
Mm-mm.
It's low.
Because this is
Possible.
old. We literally talked about this like over 15 minutes ago.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm talking to you, nigga.
Nah. Either way,
Well, fuck. All right, hold on.
All right, we're gonna continue on with the next topic.
yeah. We
Yeah.
talking about Modern Warfare review. So we've been playing this game for about like a week now. All of us a week or two. When it COD dropped the 26th.
Yeah.
It's been a good 10 days.
I think it's been like roughly 2 weeks. I think it's been
Yeah.
exactly 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks.
Right. But we all
Look.
pretty much got on there like a week late. We've been playing for the past week. What y'all think about the game, bro?
And that shotgun's
Look,
broken.
I'm gonna let
Take
y'all.
that shotgun out.
I'm gonna let y'all really dive into it. My review is 3 words: spawn and die.
Oh my god, I've been waiting for this topic all damn day. Let me explain to y'all. niggas. Let me explain to y'all.
The game is tapped, and that shotgun is retarded, bro.
I'm about to get a little heated. I'm not gonna lie. All right.
This, hold on. No, don't get heated.
Oh my god, bro.
They said in the patch notes that we're gonna patch camping. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
What the fuck does that? What does that even mean, my nigga?
they're gonna
patch
throw stuff up on your screen like, hey, nigga,
Hey, stop camping.
Hey, what if they just take away the mount? What if they take away mountain so people can't mount camp?
Nah. I think mountain is an essential part of the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like
That
you
mountain
need to be able to
is
mount because there's too many openings, bro. Like you can't really head glitch like how you used to. But all right, let me.
I'll place it mountain.
I don't even know where to start. Should I start with the optimization of the game on PC? Should I talk about server issues on day one?
Look. First, the server issues are pretty bad. Every single game we finish, if we're on
We-
crossplay, then it literally kicks us out, and like niggas are getting kicked.
Every single fucking
once in
game.
a blue moon, we'll be able to stay in the same lobby. but then we'll start it and it'll authorize an individual game. So they need to fix the server issues. On Xbox, mine hasn't only did it once, but it literally shuts off your entire Xbox. And for mine, it shut off my entire everything. My Xbox was plugged into a power cord and it shut off everything that was on there. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. But yeah, there's a lot of server issues they need to fix before they even mess with gameplay.
Modern Warfare is the new 3 Red Rings of Death. Facts.
Bro, no. Let me explain y'all something. My PC has been fighting for its motherfucking life. Okay, mind you, right? I have an AMD Ryzen 3600X, right, and a fucking RTX 2070 with fucking 16 gigs of RAM. Okay, this goddamn game has been breaking my fucking computer, bro. Like, okay, I stream on Twitch, right? I don't know if y'all know this. Twitch.tv/Deus. Fucking. Bro, like literally every single time I stream, right, and I boot up MW. First off, OBS and MW, they don't get along at all. Like MW off on launch at least was not optimized at all for OBS. Like I had it literally like changed all of my fucking stream settings, right? My video playback was choppy as fuck. I was low-key dropping frames inside the game, right? What else? Fucking DirectX 12 and OBS, they kept on arguing with each other, right? So whenever I would boot up the game with my OBS, right, my fucking DirectX 12 and OBS, they would have like a weird ass problem, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, DirectX 12 is having an error, this, that, and the third." So then I can't boot up. That didn't start happening until after the recent update. I just switched my OBS settings and stuff like that today, so I basically fixed it. That's a really bad issue. What else? Fuck.
The game's not optimized at all.
Yeah, like it's bad.
Even after all the content that you go through for storyline and everything else, I still look at it and wonder why it's 140 gigs.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, oh my god, and fucking shaders. Why is it that what is this, Call of Duty fucking modern shaders or installation? I don't fucking know. Like, dog, every single time that I boot up, dude, it's always installing shaders, installing this, installing that. Like, it's like, what the fuck are you even installing at this point? I done installed everything 30,000 times, bro. Like, come on, bro. That is irritating.
I think you have to let it finish. Like, just sit there and let it finish.
Bro, Ram, I've let it finish every single time. Like, you can't play it unless it's finished. You can't. I'm pretty sure.
Finished because I played without it being finished. It's just like it just doesn't load it anymore. Like doesn't.
Oh yeah, no, I'll let my shit finish. Finish
while you're playing.
Shit. Besides the optimization problems, like the game itself, it runs smoothly, but there's server issues, right? There's like I said, the constant crashing. But when the game does run, it runs pretty damn well. Like I'm getting around like 100 frames and shit around that, right? When I'm not streaming. The problems happen when I start streaming. But I mean shit, even in like people are still like, even people that don't stream, you know, their fucking rigs are still crashing. Like I've seen plenty of niggas saying like, yeah, I'm getting blue screen like every now and then, like my shit will just fucking crash. And they have more than enough power in their rig to be able to run the game. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when it's stable, it's definitely stable. I feel like if they just release this other patch and then NVIDIA needs to drop another driver update, I feel like actually the last driver update that they had isn't bad. It's pretty good. But besides the performance issues, the gameplay wise, I think it's fun, right? It's definitely a lot slower paced, but the problem is the fact that the game doesn't know how it wants to be paced, if that makes any sense. Like it doesn't want to know if it wants to be slow or if it wants to be fast, you know? Like do y'all get what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, camping is a problem. Shotguns need to be nerfed. Like
I've heard of
shotguns like that. That shit is so
gun, bro. It should be no reason why people are only using 2 guns the entire game.
Bro, they're not even trying with the shotgun. They're just like hip firing it and it hits like easily, like anywhere. Like you don't even need to aim it in. It's
like, and the crazy part about that shotgun is like you could be across the room, and because it shoots so fast twice, you would still get the kill if you miss that first.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like if you hit the first one, they don't die. They still die from that second shot. But there's been plenty more issues like
Screen flickering.
oh yeah, I haven't had that problem for screen flickering, but I did have a problem at first where it was using the shit ton of my CPU, like where I couldn't run other because like Deus, your CPU is a little bit better than mine, but like that shit was like overly using my CPU. Like I would check after I'm playing a game, or it would be I wouldn't even be playing it, and I would just have the main menu up, and it would be taking like 70% of my CPU.
Damn. Yeah. Yep. Like, bro, my CPU would max, my GPU would max. Like, it would be like it's just a whole bunch of weird shit going on. And I'm like, bro, it's like when I checked Task Manager, dude, like it was taking up around 4 gigs of RAM alone.
What was that game?
Audio problems. I thought I heard about that too. Is that like the audio either lags? It's like a person will run up on you before they footstep. I don't know. That's pretty funny. But
Yeah. When you boot up the game, bro, it's so fucking loud, dude.
yeah, it's so many little issues that can be fixed to make the game better. It's like they have really annoying little issues.
Like it's fucking, I don't know. It's definitely not the worst Call of Duty release that I've seen. It's definitely not the worst.
No, definitely
but
not.
Not at all.
Those issues right there, they can definitely be addressed at any time. Oh my god, we missed one of the biggest thing. The fucking maps, bro. Why are they so damn big?
Big, bro. Jesus Christ.
Fucking humongous.
For some maps, I don't really have a problem with it. For specifically that bridge map, the problem I have is like the southern side of the bridge has all low-rise buildings, and the north side has high-rise buildings.
If you get the bridge, it's over.
You can literally see across the map.
Get on the north side, and they shoot you with snipers because
you can see across
as soon as you come in an undercut of the bridge, you're aimed at by a sniper.
That is literally the worst map in the game, agreed by like all players.
Yeah, that map is trash. The Havana map needs to be cut in half somehow. So like that whole south side of the map, like is literally useless. Like I've only gotten to one gunfight on that side of the map, and that's because the fucking spawn switch or some weird shit.
The only time that like either side is used is when one team starts camping and they all sit in their spawn.
Yeah,
right.
That's the thing. Like if you're on another northern side of that bridge, you're pretty much, if you're like as far as equal play level, that team on the northern side naturally is going to win. Because like having those high-rise buildings for like that sniper included, the sniper can snipe anyone on a bridge because they can see them come up before they can aim at the window, and then the sniper can snipe anyone going under the bridge because they see their legs before you can even see their scope. So
yeah, that what else? And I don't mind the maps, right, not being 3-laned, but the reason why the whole lane issue is a thing, bro, is because first off, there's too many damn openings, right? There's not necessarily like any hotspot in a map where everybody will meet up at. Like, and it's like that on multiple maps. Like there'll be 1 minute where it's like, okay, well, this point is a concentration point, right? Then all of a sudden, right, fucking the enemy team will be like, okay, well, we're not gonna push her anymore. We're just gonna camp. So then it'll be like a whole fucking wild goose hunt for like the next 5 minutes until you find them again, and then you'll start popping off again, and then the other team will then once again switch into a different area. Then it's like, what the fuck is this? Then that's why not maps. That's why the matches.
Bro, wait, were y'all there when we played on Piccadilly and they were all sitting in their spawn in the very back?
Oh yeah, in the bus. See, we were all playing. Yeah, they were in the bus, bro. Like we can't make I have the clips actually. I'm gonna give them today, but bro, yeah, like in that one London map, there's an area in the back. I didn't even know this shit existed. There's an area in the back that you can sit at, and it's deep inside the spawn. And there's a bus back there. And bro, these kids literally set up right then and there because there was only one way to push them, and that's towards the front because behind them was a restricted area. And they were literally sitting inside the bus with four snipers, right? One dude had an LMG, then another dude had a fucking shotgun, and they were just sitting there just like trying to mow us down, bro. It was so annoying. And we couldn't kill them because there was so much damn cover that they could just kind of like fucking do some crazy shit and shoot in between cars.
Yeah.
Shit, we still won once we pushed them out of there.
Yeah, we won, yeah.
Part of that thing that I have with so it's like you could mount on shit that has way too much cover. Mounting on a bus window, like
yeah,
it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, bro. I feel like
the game is fun though. Like
it definitely is.
Everything aside, I do have fun playing the game, but there's just a lot of fuckery going on in that game.
Shotguns need to be nerfed, dude. Like, there's no reason why I should see a clip on Twitter of a dude cross mapping somebody with a shotgun with a sniper scope on it. Like, what?
That is absurd.
Yeah, the accuracy on it. I understand low spread, but there's a point where it goes from low spread to this shit makes no sense.
Let's talk about bullet velocity. Like, when does the bullet's trajectory start to fall off?
Now let me tell you this, right? The only gun that I'll play with that seemed like it had bullet, like the bullet falling off, is the HDR. Now, when you play with the HDR with the like fullest, longest scope on, I think it's like an X10. Pretty much you can shoot over 500 meters, and you only have to aim up about like less than a half inch.
Yeah,
like you could pretty much there's no map where you can be in a spot that you actually need to worry about bullet velocity drop. Like, only in the storyline does that matter.
Yeah. Like, it's just fuck, bro.
The ground war maps are good. I like ground war and like how it's like kind of like Battlefield is, but there's only 2 maps and like it doesn't even rotate the maps. We just we'll play the same map over and over and over again. Like, they need at least 4 ground war maps.
There's 2 ground war maps. There's one in the city, and then there's the fucking refinery that we play all the time.
Yeah, it's literally it.
I've played ground war a bunch of times by myself, and I've never been on any other map but that refinery.
Are you serious?
You've only been on the one?
Holy
shit. I didn't know it was a second ground war map.
Wait, what have you been on?
I've only been on that one that like we've been on together, that like oil refinery place.
Oh, you never been to the city?
Nah, I didn't even know that.
The city is AIDS.
I like the city because like there's like 4 different like skyscrapers you could snipe off of.
Yeah, I like the city too, but I'm just saying it's AIDS. Like, literally, if you have, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Now that I think about it, the city map is probably the most hectic map in the game. If we're keeping it a buck, like, there's always a hot spot on that map, and all of them are active at the same exact time. You know, it's never just one building. There's always multiple buildings that are like being occupied at once, because the main point of that map is for you to completely dominate on that map, you need to have control of all the skyscrapers, you know, and that's what most players do, because if you're on top of the skyscraper, you can literally, like, there's little mini buildings down below, right? And if you're on a skyscraper, you can literally just pick people off from on top of the building.
Yeah.
So it's just constant gunfights.
I don't know how bullet drop works on the snipers, but like I'll be hitting people. I'll look right at them and like hit them. So I always thought there was bullet drop. I was like, oh, never mind, there is.
I don't know. Like, the bullet drop takes you have to be at such a far distance for a bullet drop on a sniper to kick in. It doesn't make it like. Two, if you've been playing storyline where they first give you the HDR, they're asking you to shoot people like 700 meters away.
No, every time I get on the campaign, I fucking y'all asked to play in a hot one. I went in the campaign, got to like the mission, or no, the very first cutscene where they dropped the bombs, and that's it. And I was like, oh, all right.
Facts, me too.
Yeah, like,
yo, what you think, man? Hero?
Nigga, you said what I think?
Yeah.
I mean, we talking about bullet fall off on snipers? I think snipers shoot in a straight line in that game. I feel like there's no bullet, like the bullet velocity is maxed out. That shit is going across the map. Like,
yeah, I don't think there's any map that's the bullet velocity is dropped. There's no map big enough. Unless you're talking about possibly ground war. Like Ground War is
Not
probably the
even
only
Ground War,
map
bro.
that people are measuring for bullet velocity.
Bro, I never know. So like, I'll be missing shots. Like, oh,
Mm.
so is there not? Well, like, is it going there immediately? The
There-
velocity
there-
must be
There
max.
is. I can tell you that there definitely is, but as far as the distance, there's no clear way of telling. You just got to shoot shots and figure it out.
Man, excuse me. What I was about to say was there's definitely bullet drop in the game because when that dude cross mapped that one dude with the shotgun, might as well call it sniper at this point. You can see the bullet go through the air and it kind of like curve right the fuck down. So it's not like he sniped dude in a straight line. It's like imagine you know how a grenade launcher works, right?
He looked up above his head.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
And that's how you
like
cross
barely.
map.
That's like barely any fall off on a shot.
Yeah. Like, dude, there's no reason why a shotgun should be outgunning a submachine gun from far away. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Like I've been trying to use the marksman rifles in that game. There's literally no point when the shotgun does that. Like it does the same job but better.
Yep. And
Like,
M4A1 exists.
that too.
Yeah, like
that-
did your shotguns go before they
Sometimes I wonder does that have any bullet drop? Because there's been times that like I barely see myself on the screen and they just put the red dot on me, tap it 3 times, and I'm dead. So it's like
That gun shoots so fast. That's the thing. That gun it's so accurate and it shoots so damn fast. It's ridiculous. I heard the M13. The M13, they said the M13 is wild. It's slept on. But I want to peep that Scar L because I've used the Scar L in custom games and it doesn't shoot as fast, but that motherfucker hits hard. It hits real hard.
you only need like 3
basically-
shots.
Modern Warfare shotgun 7. What is it called? The 7.25 or 8?
Something like that.
Hey, can you imagine niggas at war, they just running around with 725s?
Bro, I'd be pissed.
You be pissed. You dead.
Taking out the sniper, 725, pop.
I'll be in heaven watching the kill cam. What? Oh man.
So what y'all got for agendas this week? Y'all been reading or watching anything notable? So I want to talk about.
For me, I actually started watching Radiant this week, and I caught up to the current season, and it's not that bad. I would rate it like a 7 out of 10 or 6 out
I
of 10.
fuck with it because like I watched the first 9 episodes and people were telling me it was huge filler. It felt like a huge thing where I was just watching. I was like, "This isn't the real storyline, is it?" Like I'm just why is it 12 episodes? I'm like watching like 4 episodes of filler.
I ain't even see. I've never seen the manga or read the manga. I just randomly picked it up because like I had
Yeah,
nothing to
same
watch.
for me. I didn't know it was filler. I knew it was filler because it felt like filler. I'm watching it like
I
they're not
just
moving
thought
the
that was
story.
What episode are you talking about though? Because I just felt I always thought it was just how it was.
When they're chilling in the city, like after, yeah, they're just chilling in the city, like being like kind of trained, but not really. And they're, like that's all filler.
Personally, I thought that was just part of the vibe of the show because at the beginning he kind of gave that same like, oh, I'm chilling around in the city and I'm gonna accidentally do some shit that's dumb and mess something up. Like,
yeah, I was cool in the
what
beginning,
happened
but
to
then I got
stuff?
a little far, and I was just like, but they're not progressing the story, and I'm 9 episodes in. What's happening?
Yeah,
So I might pick it back up.
It picked up like I think it picked up pretty much right after that when they left out of that city.
Yeah, people told me that, but I'd already dropped it.
It picked up right after that. A bunch of fights started going down and everything. So
like briefly summarize like the plot or like what's the premise?
all right,
I know nothing about it.
basically the plot of Radiant is there are these monsters that like drop out of the sky called Nemesis. And they apparently come from a place called Radiant, in which people so far think it's a myth because no one has confirmed information that it's true. But they say that all Nemesis come from Radiant. Now, when a Nemesis comes in contact with a human or a human like survives an attack from a Nemesis, etc., they pretty much develop a curse, which is the ability to use magic. Normal people can't use magic.
Right.
and that's where everyone who pretty much uses magic, they're called sorcerer. So the main storyline is about a kid who survived the Nemesis attack before. He doesn't have memories or anything about it, but he was being raised by another sorcerer, and his goal is to become the greatest sorcerer.
Yeah, so everyone ragging on like Black Clover.
But it's like it's not really a title thing. It's more like him just wanting to be the strongest. So you know how Goku wants to be the strongest? I feel like it's kind of more like that because there's no like, oh, I'm the strongest sorcerer title type shit. It's more the reason why he wants to do it is because so he can make sorcerers pretty much not be like an outlier in the society, because like they consider them to be like, they segregate them pretty much and shit like that.
Right.
Pretty much out of fear of power.
Yeah, he got like bullied as a kid, and they almost killed that nigga, bro.
Because he was so strong?
Because
he was
they stuck him to a post and was about to burn him alive because they knew that he was a sorcerer.
He's like 4, nigga, bro. He's a little ass kid. It's about to burn a nigga at the stake.
I may have to actually peep this stuff.
Yeah. I might be.
But yeah, till you gotta pick it back up because it that's when it starts getting good. Because then
I was watching with my little sister because she wanted to start something together, and then pretty much in order to counter sorcerers, like they have this group called the Emergence or something. I forgot the exact name, but they're more like the police who pretty much, if you're not registered with them as a sorcerer, they lock you up.
Right.
And
I thought they locked up any kind of. I don't remember.
They lock up anybody who's like not registered with them or some junk. Like, but pretty much they somehow at some point in the series created their own type of like, I don't know if you would call it like, I guess you could call it magic because like magic is just a broader term, but they created their own form and they call it miracles. Because regular magic used by sorcerers is called like phantasma or something like that. Like instead of mana, it's called phantasma. But they use the power called miracles. And like they generals low key go hard. Like like they top general. His miracle power is literally severing people from being able to use phantasma. Like he severs your connection to be able to like control phantasma.
That nigga's a racer head.
He is.
No, but it's damn near a permanent thing. Like if he cuts your arm can't use phantasma. That arm can't use phantasma.
Right.
He's fucking overhaul with it.
So what about anybody else? Y'all reading watching anything?
I started
right now.
We all started Jujutsu no Kaisen.
Oh yeah, we all
say that.
About time y'all niggas started, bro. About time.
That's I didn't even know you read it.
Nigga, I've been reading that bitch.
I'm on like chapter 50, 60 almost.
Yeah, we're around the area.
I've been taking it a little slow.
Yeah, I'm catching up tonight.
What's your favorite character so far, too?
Bro, the thing is, some of the characters they said they name like once, and then that's it. And then I don't see their name for the longest, so I just start actually
having a hard time remembering characters' names.
Hard as fuck to remember names, bro. I can't remember the MC's name off the top of my. Is it Yuji?
Itadori.
Oh, isn't it? But isn't it like
Yuji.
Yuji?
Yeah.
Itadori.
Itadori, yeah. My favorite character so far is Toge. Man,
Is Toge the big muscular nigga?
No, he's the sorcerer who like when he speaks and like.
Oh yeah, he's dope.
All I know is this man Gojo, or whatever his name, Gujo.
Gujo.
Yeah.
That nigga is crazy. Like
cold.
When I was first reading, because he was talking about how strong like this that cursed king was and all this shit, and it was like somebody, I forgot who asked him, but they was like, well,
He's like, yeah, I can beat him.
Yuji
But
was
yeah,
like, well,
I was just like,
you were super.
capping?
I bought that nigga.
Bro, and I was just like, is he capping? And then when I'm on chapter like around 15 right now, and like that little monster already popped up to fight him or whatever, and they said that monster was around like worth 9 fingers or some shit.
Right, yeah.
And
Like,
he
fingers.
was just casually like, nope, you didn't touch me at all. Like I was like, what the?
Man, I knew
The
that nigga
closer,
was a beast.
the closer you get to me, the slower you move. Like what?
Yeah, I
He was
think
a
it's
beast
perfect.
because literally, since he was introduced, they kept foreshadowing how strong that nigga was. Literally,
Yeah.
it was always like, and I knew for sure when he was so confident that like he's like, oh nah, Sukuna, I body him, bro. Like I'm not worried at all. I'm like,
Bro, didn't they ask
I'm
him
like,
twice
God,
though? I forget what they did. They asked him once or something, and he said something. But then they asked him again, and he was like, yeah. I forget what they said.
That nigga's no big deal.
It's because like I thought he was kind of capping and just like being funny about it. I thought he was like joking about it because like when he was mentioning the king, he was talking about, oh, it took all these powerful shaman to beat him, this and da 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 da. And it's like, so if he got out, would you beat him? And he's like, yeah, you know, I would beat him. I would beat him if he got out. I just took it as like him trying to like bolster himself,
No,
but
he even was
apparently
like,
not.
he was like, oh, let that nigga out for 10 seconds. All right, I got it.
Right. I'm not even worried, bro. Like,
And
Man.
what's it
Gojo
called?
goated, bro.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, no, I knew this nigga was goated, bro. When that nigga dead ass, he stopped mid fight against that first monster that he fought. Mid fight, right? Took that nigga, he thought he'd be back home. He was like, hey, he's like, nigga, I'll be back. Give me a second.
Oh.
And then went back to beat that nigga ass, bro. Mid fight.
Bro, he pulled him out mid-fight. Like Ittori was saying, he was watching a movie or some shit. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
how far is that base that this nigga just pulled him out and came back to the fight?
So funny, dude.
Bro, yeah, it all happened in like under 10 seconds or some shit.
He's like,
that.
hold
Not
on,
even-
bro. I'm gonna go grab him.
Yeah.
All right, bro. You're gonna watch me beat this nigga's ass, and he. Bro, it's so
Fucking
funny
goat,
because the
The
monster's
best way
like,
to learn is by watching through experience. I was like, what the hell?
yeah, the monster was like, yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass, blah blah blah. Another monster's like, no, nigga, you gonna die. And then
Right.
mid fight, the monster's like, oh shit, damn, this nigga, I'm about to die.
Bro, Gojo is one of those niggas where it's like he's so powerful to the point where like not even a plot can even beat this nigga. Like he has to be sealed or some shit, like on some Madara shit. He has to be sealed. That's the only way. Or Kage.
Right.
That's what they're saying they was gonna do in the first place. Is they was trying to seal his ass because they knew they wasn't gonna beat him in a straight up fight. They was like,
That's how I knew too that he was the truth because there was literally like, bro, our plan can literally not fail as long as we take care of two things. One, we gotta win over Sukuna to our side, or like we gotta deal with Yuji, the host. And two is that nigga Gojo, bro. We gotta get that nigga out the picture, dude. Like, I was like, bro, okay, that nigga is definitely the truth, bro. Like,
Bro, I like the. I didn't think that we were gonna see his face. I thought it was gonna be like on some Kakashi shit. Like we'll never see his face. Then he like just pulling it off, and I was like, oh, okay.
Like so casually. So I wonder if it's like a restriction type deal, like, or maybe he's just quirky in that way and he just covers his eyes for no reason. I don't know, but
it's probably a restriction, like when the one dude that his overtime ability starts or whatever.
Bro, that nigga is my favorite too. What's his name? Nanaki or something like that?
Nakami or something. Nanami. Yeah, something like that.
Bro. That ratio, that 7-3 ratio, that's the GOAT ratio from now on, bro.
Bro, I thought homie was done.
Shit.
Well, homie was done for at one point. I was like,
Yeah, he was gone. He was.
I haven't tweeted it, and I read the next chapter. I was like, oh, bet.
I was so hyped, bro. I didn't like, yeah.
Oh, I like the power system in the show too.
I still don't quite understand it.
I think, I don't understand too much about it, but it's like, it's just like, have you got to Black Clover when they're using Mana Zone?
No, I never got that far.
Well, in Black Clover, they could use Mana Zone, where they take control of all the mana in the area and use it to their liking. And the other person's in the area, and if that person doesn't have Mana Zone, then they just get wrecked. So it's basically like that, where they can take control of the area, but like with a special ability that they have. Like,
yeah, it's more like their curse is taking over the area instead.
I kind of think of it like in the Faith series, you have like reality marbles. where like they basically just create basically like an alternate dimension type of thing, and they can
Bro,
just
I don't know anyone's name, bro. I need to like somehow get
The
that.
weird thing about a reality marble is that like it seems like when people go inside like the different realities or worlds of like noble phantasms, they disappear from the current world. Where it's like
right in this world,
where it's like for this, they're still inside the current world.
isolated.
It's more like One Piece with an awakening, where like they're messing with the area around them, like the physical area around them, with their curse power.
But it's not necessarily messing with the physical area. It's more like they're basically isolating a selected or like a finite amount of area, and they're basically isolating that area from like normal space and then like putting it somewhere else, like transporting people somewhere else where they have total control. That's
No,
how
I'm talking about as far as Jujutsu Kaisen. Is that what you mean, or
I'm talking about Jujutsu Kaisen because
oh,
I mean
The only
never
one
thought
where
of
it
as
didn't look like
teleporting
he
them.
transported anyone anywhere was the fire dude when he fought Gojo. It didn't look like he just changed the area.
But
But-
yeah,
Right.
it's an area type of thing. That's all
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, no, but when
Or maybe
but
some of them are more
but when
specific.
when Nanaki was fighting that one nigga, it was literally a sphere that was like that nigga
you had
could
to
not
break
escape
into.
out of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, what?
It's their territory. Once you're in the territory, you can't get the fuck out. And
Right.
I think his name is Matsume or something.
I
like
mean,
that.
but
Or-
as far as Gojo said, yes, you can just push your territory instead.
basically,
Right,
yeah,
basically-
that's
you
just
basically
Gojo. To like,
override-
not most niggas can't do that.
you're basically overriding someone else's territory with your own, and most people can't do that.
Yeah, Gojo's a hack, bro. Like,
yeah, but I for that nigga he fought at the not Nakami or whatever. His name's like Matsume or something. I think something like that. If I remember correctly.
Or like meat
Bro.
fury or something like that.
I'm scrolling through right now to look to find it because someone said something about it. But bro, isn't that looks just like Shigi, and he
Right, he
touches
looks
you.
so much like
He
Shigi to
looks
me.
literally like Shigi, and his abilities are like Shigi's because he touches you, and he pretty much wins when he touches you.
Yeah, he's pretty overpowered for anybody who's not Yuji. Because he touches
Yeah.
you and you're fucked, basically.
Well, no, also you have a second chance if you're anyone else, and you they said if you put a barrier around yourself, then you don't die.
Oh, right, true.
But yeah, bro, that dude looks just like Shigi and has his abilities are like Shigi's too. So I was like, is this Shigi in this series?
Well, one
No.
aspect of his ability is like Shigi.
I was pretty interested in when I first saw it. Like, what's his name was like, yeah, make a contract with. And he was like, well, I won't kill anybody when I'm out. But like, I was just
Right.
thinking like, okay, what is he about to do? Because like, you want 1 hour of free time, and you say you're not gonna kill or harm me.
Wait, was it 1 hour or was it 1 minute?
Was it a minute or an hour?
I think it was a minute.
I don't remember.
I don't
I
think it was
thought-
an
I
hour.
thought he said
Hour is
hour.
pretty goddamn long.
But it would make more sense to be a minute. But even so, he's not doing anything to harm people, which is like, I'm wondering what he's doing. Like,
Right.
is he going back giving information to somebody real quick, or?
I wonder if he used it already and we don't know, and like they're gonna later down the line do a little flashback and be like, yeah, this time I did this.
Like 1 minute every day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that. Did y'all get the part where like the nigga he was? Oh yeah, y'all were on that part where he the Shigi. I'm just calling him Shigi, bro, until I learn his name. he gets the kid and manipulates him.
Dude.
Bro,
They
they
were looking at Aizen's at that part, but yeah.
who is she? Is she? Wait, are you talking about Fushiko?
His name is Mahito.
Oh,
Mahito. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I
That
didn't
thing
talk about-
with dude's mom, they like off screened it. I was like,
That was fucked up. Yeah, I was like, they really off-screened. I was like, really?
that was fucked up, bro. For a second, I was thinking, I had to ask the TL, like, did she just die? What? Oh,
yeah, she got fucked up, dude.
I thought that
Badly.
he would have saved her next manga. I was panel. I was like, what?
What was dude's name? It was like Joe something or
Yeah, I don't know what his name is either, bro. He looks
Yeah,
like
dude,
dude
it's so
from.
hard to remember in that series.
Do you know the show? I work. The devil is a part timer. Have you seen that?
I've heard of it. Never
Yes,
seen it.
I actually seen that.
He looks like Lucifer is like one nigga, the one nigga with the hair. He also looks like dude from. Fuck, he looks like a lot of people.
You need to learn these motherfuckers' name, nigga. You talk about what?
Well, he looked like that
What's
one
his
dude
name?
from that one
That nigga
series, but also
Deus,
looked like the other dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
No, I'm talking about. I'm saying he looks like people from other series. I'm not talking about the series.
you say he looks like Lucifer from Hunter x Hunter.
No, I said he looks
No.
like dude from Devil Was a Part Timer. He
I
was
have no clue
the
what the
right
fuck it
hand,
is.
the right hand man of Satan. If you want to watch that.
I think I remember who you talk about, but I
Yeah.
found it funny that show was always funny to me because it's like he was like the devil, but like they kind of just threw him in that position because he was like overly strong, and then everyone thought he was like some evil being when really the demons was just doing shit that they thought he wanted him to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he also looks like dude from Kaguya-sama. If y'all watch that show, he looks like the nerd in that show.
Is that a hentai or a doujin?
That's an actual. that's actual anime. But yeah, that's pretty much all that series. I really like the buff nigga that like is best friends with Yuji now. That dude was he was annoying at first.
Yuji?
He was annoying, but I really fuck with those panels where it was like where he basically he asked Yuji what kind of girls he liked, and Yuji told him, and he kind of had almost like he was like fabricating memories. I don't know why, but that shit was so wholesome to me. Like it made me really love his character.
Yeah, he is dope, and plus like he started teaching Yuji. I was like, yo, this man's the goat. I like him.
Too. The art in those panels is really good.
Remember when he held back Yuji? He was like, hold on, yo, you'll get hit.
Yeah, Toto's goated, bro.
Yeah, Toto, that's his name. Yeah, I fuck with him heavy.
He's goated, dog. Like,
Really heavy.
She was funny as fuck. He was like, he's like, tall women. He's like, I like him tall too. He's like, you're my brother now. I'm like, all right, nigga. I was like, damn. I was like, these, bro. Shit.
Oh, isn't his the secondary? It was the main three. The secondary isn't it Fujikoro? Is that his name?
Something like that, yeah.
All I know is that I do like the Munimi dude. Whoever, like, I don't know how you pronounce that name too. Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce that. Fujiki Mumi, whatever his name is.
What does he do?
You gotta think what he does, nigga.
The one who basically summons the wolves. That shit's fired.
Oh,
you talking about Megumi.
Fujikoro. Wait, isn't his name Fujikoro? I thought it. Am I thinking of someone else?
It's Megumi though. We know that's Megumi.
It's
Okay.
Megumi.
Megumi.
Yeah.
Who is the girl out of the main
bro?
three?
Some of the wolves, it's just so fire to me because like wolves is one of my favorite types of like dog breed. Period. Wolves
I'm telling you, I don't know no one's
wrong.
name. I need to full on pay attention to know people's names, bro. I hate this.
Like it's too many. Look, bro, I'm a good 15, 16 chapters in, and I swear I've seen over 50 names.
Bro,
Oh god.
I'm on
There's a lot of
chapter 50 something, bro. I'm struggling over here. I don't know any of these
Like,
people.
They didn't introduce a bunch of random people at the beginning of the series. They started introducing first years, second years, third years, like introducing these different branches and higher ups of like their little cursed school society. Like I don't know. It's
curse powers in general. Like it's definitely reminiscent of like Nen and like that kind of shit, but it also has like a lot of complicated. There's like a lot of terms to it. Like you have like Shikigamis, which is like basically that's what Megumi summons or whatever. But then like I don't know, shit was like there's just mad terms, and it gets kind of confusing if you don't like pay like extra attention to that shit. So
Don was like, bro, how do you not know their names? I'm like, bro, they introduced them, and that's it.
There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of names.
They literally introduced them, and they're like, all right, better.
Bro, it's like if we pulled up to Marineford, we knew they showed every single Whitebeard pirate name, and then never brought them niggas back up again.
Right.
Word. Did they not? I mean, I'm not that far on One Piece yet because I'm still a fisherman. I'm about to finish it soon. But did they really not introduce him? Like, I want to see Marco again in the future.
Oh, they do.
I
But
mean,
no, he was just making a joke if they did.
Oh,
But I hope someone doesn't like die and like I don't feel it because I don't know their name. I'm just like, oh, that one nigga died. Oh,
I don't know why, but One Piece characters are super easy to remember though.
it's because they have such vivid designs.
I
Like
mean,
this does like
I
even
lot
with
of
like
them-
Designs,
remember
easy,
One Piece characters'
simplistic
names.
names.
bro, a lot of them, unless they're prominent, do not have last names. They're just like easy first.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
literally like a nickname, like Straw Hat Luffy, red hair Shanks, Whitebeard. You know, like it's just simple shit like that. Zoro.
Right.
and
It's
and
not
I'm
like
saying like Whitebeard
and
has
Kushigato. Da 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 da. You know.
and some people look like they look crazy. Like in the even in like Kimetsu no Yaiba, everyone has like a super unique design or like I wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah.
Like, this they don't like.
Niggas still remember Pearl
Yep.
Oh,
from Don Creed, his crew.
but I want,
Oh.
and one thing I've always wondered is Don Creed connected to the rest of those Don dudes like Don Chinjao and them because they had the same last name.
We gonna find out. We gonna really find out. One
Because
Piece is
if you ever notice,
Nigga, we
Don
never
Creed,
finding out about that.
no. Don Creek does look like Don Chinjao's son who be doing the kicks. They kind of look similar.
You talking about Sai?
Yeah,
They
Don
just
Sai
have-
and Don
they have
Creek
the
kind of
same
look
looks.
like. I mean, they
Got
both got that
Blackman,
monkey. They both got that like
Monkey
monkey
ass
body
face.
build too, though.
They look like nigga lips.
I don't think it is, bro. And I don't think Oda will ever tie that back together. I don't think he'll ever tie that in. I think it's just a coincidence.
Okay, but hold on, because when you think about it, Oda is the type of nigga to tie some shit like that
I know, but you know how
together. Because
far we
Oda
are in the
always
series?
reaches back to very old arcs to bring up something that didn't seem so significant, very significant in the story.
But I think that seems super insignificant because we're in like Wano and shit. I don't think anytime
That time
soon.
Don Krieg was an East Blue pirate. So like
I mean,
why wouldn't he be with the rest of his fam in whatever kingdom they're from or whatever? I forget the name, but
I mean,
Like, yeah, Oda
technically-
does that, but like, I don't think that
I
should
mean,
happen.
technically, their family is kind of split in the first place because, like, whatever kingdom they're from, they don't even be listening to them. Like,
feel
they
like-
have a whole ass king in their kingdom, and they don't listen to him. They do what they want.
True.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like somebody went off and did some shit by themselves. They just felt like they.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think we got 2 more arcs left. Even though like I'm not at Wano yet. I feel like from what I've seen so far from Wano feels like
it's gonna be an Elbaf
This
arc
nigga
at least.
ain't
So
even
we're
been
gonna
I
have,
think there's way more than
We
2
got
more
some-
arcs left, bro.
yeah, there's way more.
Yeah,
than
we
two
got,
arcs.
Way
we got
more.
way more than 2 more this. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
There's way more than 2 arcs.
It's
I
way
mean, from what
more
I've
than
seen so far, it seems like
this.
I mean,
What
no,
arc
you're
you-
right.
right
But
now?
look,
Yeah,
Dan,
no,
at
you're
the
right.
minimum,
You're right.
it's already gonna be an Elbaf arc, and there's gonna be the last. They're gonna be in the last island arc. And
Yeah,
then
I feel like-
we're still gonna have like the huge.
But even when they
war.
get to the last island, there's first off, we still have the war coming up, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I'm about to say.
whenever they get to Raftel, that's not going to be the end of the series. There's going to be a fallout. Personally,
Zoro has
I
to fight
don't think-
Mihawk.
I don't think Luffy is going to get to Raftel first. I think Blackbeard is going to get there first. He's going to discover whatever One Piece is, and there's going to be some sort of fallout, and Luffy is going to have to confront him, or there's going to be something after that. But I think
I
One
feel like
Piece
Luffy's
has
gonna die.
at least like
The whole thing
4 or
that
5
Ray
arcs.
mentioned was like once you get to the end, you're gonna have your own conclusion, either what to do or how to handle the situation of what you learn. So it's
Right.
like even once they get to the end, they probably gonna find out like shit about the voice century and all types of shit. Because
Because even Whitebeard
Rayleigh and them
was saying,
said
bro,
Rayleigh and them said they didn't
like-
have the power to change it.
even
But-
Whitebeard was saying once someone finds One Piece or whatever, like the world government was worried about what was going to come after that. So like just finding it is not going to be the end. It's going to be a whole other big deal after the fact.
That's fair.
Goo is in chat.
And you can definitely easily like see it happening to where like both Blackbeard and Luffy both find out the truth, and then they're going different ways about trying to handle it. And then they clash together by going different ways about trying to handle it. So
maybe that's what the War of D is.
you can easily get another like 5-6 arcs if you want to make it short.
Right.
I feel like all right. From what I've seen from Wano, like Wano is like the Sabaody, like basically the eventual, like the build up,
I honestly, I see exactly what you mean, and I agree. I think Wano is definitely going to be like Sabaody, and there's definitely some spoilers floating around that I've read, but I think Wano, something is going to go down at Wano that's going to like impact the crew to a degree similar to when Kuma and when Kizaru showed up and just fucked up the Straw Hat gang and separated everybody. Something that kind of on that scale is going to impact the crew at Wano at the very end.
I feel like they all right. This is the thing. Whatever it is, I feel like they're past the point where like they'll get bailouts. Like the only thing that I can picture something happening is either right, not somebody leaving the crew, or just somebody being so injured to the point where they can't fight anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, or something like that. Where somebody becomes handicapped, because I'm not gonna lie. From so far, the crew has gotten away with a lot of shit, especially back in Sabaody. Like they should have died. They really should have died right then and there. Luffy should have been dead so many times. So for them to get another bailout like this, nah, I can't see it. So
hey, Kuma's a G.
Yeah, Kuma's a real one for that. Kuma's a real one, no cap. But I just don't see something like that happening again. Like
right. No, I totally agree.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Jinbei finally gonna show up with like one arm from Big Mom, and then like
Kaido. Can we talk about that, bro? I'm actually really upset that Oda has held off on that
Spoilers.
plot point for so long.
I feel like it's about to come.
Oh wait, this is not far.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back in a really big way. So it's like
I want to meet Kaido, bro. I'm so interested in him. I'm so fucking. I keep on hearing this nigga's name, dog.
Bro, I just want y'all to put some respect
Enjoy the story
on
from where
name.
you're at. Don't rush it. Otherwise, you're gonna miss some shit, and then you're gonna be confused as fuck when you get there.
Then we're gonna have to call you.
I'm taking my time. Hold on. Speaking of Mihawk,
Mihawk, I think Mihawk is definitely Yonko level, and he would fold some of them.
He's not folding Shanks, bro.
No. Here's the thing, though. Right? Here's the thing, though. Right? It's kind of like, because him and Shanks fought. Now, we didn't have this confirmation before, but Shanks wasn't Yonko until after he lost his arm. So Shanks became Yonko during the time that he left from Luffy after he lost his arm. Him and Mihawk fought sometime between the time that I believe him and Mihawk fought sometime, I think, right after Roger died.
Anytime between Roger's death and when he met Luffy.
Yeah.
So it's like, so there's a pretty good gap between when he fought, and he could have grown a whole lot since, because like one of the things that I'm constantly hearing is like people think that epithets, like not all epithets are specific titles. Like Whitebeard having World's Strongest Man had World's Strongest Man around the time that Roger still beat his ass. Yeah. Roger Garp still beat the ass. So it's like it doesn't make sense for you to have that as a specific title and it just be like the end all be all. That's why I say epithets and titles are a little bit different. Where it's not like the Marines, where like your title is more closely regarded to your strength. Your epithet is more based off of like just you.
The difference is, though, I feel like between Mihawk and Shanks' case is that Shanks is a fucking Yonko. Like people are like, oh, well, yeah, Mihawk's the strongest swordsman in the world. It's like, all right, that's cool, but Shanks is a Yonko for a reason, and mind you, he still has one arm.
No, only reason I think that Mihawk isn't a Yonko is because that nigga he don't have a crew. He don't care.
Really want to be.
He doesn't care.
Okay, let's put this into perspective.
If you wanted to, oh my god, like if you
hold on to let's put this into perspective, right? Luffy just beat Katakuri and has been named the 5th Yonko. Everybody knows Mihawk is stronger than Luffy, so therefore Mihawk, since you want to think of it from a title perspective, that would mean that Mihawk is Yonko level. But that's not the case though, because it's just a title. That doesn't have anything to do with their actual strength. That's just to do with their popularity and status amongst the world. It's not like the Marines, where if you're a Marine admiral, literally means you are at the top of the line of the Marine brigade. That's different for pirates. It doesn't apply the same way. So
That's
Shanks
fair.
being a Yonko does not mean that Mihawk could not potentially beat Shanks right now.
That's fair. But let me explain
I
something.
think
The
World's
reason,
Greatest Swordsman also means a lot more than
Exactly.
the
He's
title.
also the top swordsman in the entire world.
The only problem
but
I have
when you
with
think
being
about it like
top-
that,
Go ahead,
What?
Des.
no, I'm about to say when you think about it like that, it's like all right, that makes sense. But Shanks has been a Yonko for what? How long now? Like 17 years around that?
No.
How
No.
long?
Shanks he been a Yonko since he lost his arm.
Actually,
Since he lost his arm. So Luffy was 10 when he lost his arm, and he's 20 now. So it's like 10 years.
Luffy's
Luffy's
19 now.
It's been around.
He's 19. Oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm tripping. He's 19. Okay,
They
so
recently
like 9 years
talked
around that.
about like they dropped some
They
info.
they
manga.
they said he gained his title of Yonko 6 years ago from current One Piece time. So
Oh, okay. Well, 6 years ago. All right, mind you. Okay, so let's look at the Yonko fucking roster. Okay, so we had Whitebeard at the time, right? Mind you, yeah, he may have gotten weaker over the time, but he was still strong regardless. What Big Mom, her big ass fucking crew. You feel me? And I'm not, from what I've heard, she's pretty damn strong, her damn self.
Before we keep going, let's at least read like what they're saying in chat.
What are they saying in chat?
It would be nice to
So, anime
Responded.
standard OJ said
OJ Simpson.
he said he thinks Yonko and admirals are just titles, and all admirals are the same.
No, he said he's asking are all admirals the same strength. I don't
Body
think because
other admirals.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no,
that's
Kizaru
that's
is
a question.
bodying all the other admirals, bro. If
You
that
think
nigga had a
Kizaru is
good-
bodying the other admirals?
I feel like
Yeah.
Kizaru is out of his prime now. Low
out
key.
of his prime? What?
He might be.
Ah.
He definitely might be.
Kizaru is like fruit. nigga.
That Kizaru is old. Kizaru is like actually I'm gonna look up his age. I think he's in his 70s.
well, like there's nothing to indicate
Kizaru
that
isn't-
he like
What is that supposed to mean? Kizaru isn't older than he's not older than Rayleigh.
Rayleigh's
that's
out of
supposed
his
to mean?
prime for sure.
Really, bro?
But that nigga
Rayleigh's
Oh, no.
Rayleigh's 70.
But like
He's 50.
But like the thing with Rayleigh was like Rayleigh wasn't just out of his prime. Rayleigh literally stopped fighting for 20 years straight. Like
And that nigga is still bodying niggas. So what does
Dude.
age have to do with anything? That's what I'm saying.
okay, but like I feel like Rayleigh was on a complete different strength level.
That's just a weird thing for like Kizaru of all people. You think is like
Right.
too old? Like they
He's too
haven't
old. I'm
done
like, what are you
anything.
talking about?
with
There's
him.
older people in the series who've been bodying.
Actually, I
Like, what are you talking about?
thought it was older than I just realized. So I thought he was in his 70s like Garpin.
He's 50.
70s.
He's 72. Rayleigh's 72.
But not
They
you
talk about-
talking
Rayleigh,
about
we're not talking about
Oh,
Rayleigh. We're
I
talking
was,
about
thinking,
Kizaru.
I was thinking Kizaru, bro. Kizaru just like looks and acts old. Like I just felt like he was
Oh,
old.
Right, he does, but he's
What?
that's like his brand of justice. He's just
Oh, yeah,
like,
lazy
very-
No. I get it. But I'm saying I thought he was older because I just looked it up. He's only 58, but I thought he was like late 60s.
But let's get into this. Hero, why do you think Kizaru would body Akainu and Fujitora?
because that nigga was bodying Whitebeard commanders, and he was literally barely trying. Anytime that nigga's fighting, he's literally not even maxing out, bro. He's just really just like fucking around and trolling.
That's a good point.
I mean, that is kind of iffy because when he did that shit with Ben Beckman, it seems like trolling, but I'm pretty sure they stated in one of Ben Beckman's favorite cards that he actually makes them scared. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's
no.
a legit
Ben
threat to
Beckman
them.
is actually
Like-
it says he rivals Shanks. So
Yeah, like
I mean,
like Ben
that's
Beckman is a
whatever.
legit threat to Kizaru,
That nigga
even though
Kizaru
Kizaru
was
seemed
not-
like he was trolling.
He was
So
trolling. He's like, oh, you're here. Oh, no, I'm real scared. Like that nigga is literally a clown.
but literally
yeah,
after he did
yeah,
that,
but
he attacked
Hero.
Luffy. He literally
Hero.
attacked
Right,
Luffy.
exactly. Like that nigga is a troll.
he did not
Like
care.
he does that. He does that
He
for
does not care.
everything. I don't think there's a base where he's not doing that.
Like,
That's
no
what
matter
I'm
who's
saying, though.
fighting, I don't think there's a time
We've
he's
never
not doing.
seen him max out. That's what I'm saying. Like,
cause
we've
fuck
never
they,
seen him max out.
Hold on.
That work.
Including when Marco came up and knocked his ass out of the sky, he was still doing that shit. So
bro,
it's like,
homie called fucking Rayleigh a boomer.
I don't even know what that means, bro.
You know what baby boomers
The
are?
baby boomer.
Oh,
A baby
baby
boomer.
boomer? That's what niggas mean, bro. Somebody tried to call me that shit the other day. I was like, nigga, what the fuck are you even talking about, bro? Like,
Yeah, bro, we're on Generation Z. I'm pretty sure.
with you.
nigga said, okay. He said, okay, boomer. I'm like, okay.
I think he was just joking because it's a whole thing about okay.
No. This person was dead ass serious. I was being serious about this topic.
Oh,
Don't
No,
get
but,
distracted on the fact that
but-
he's
but
already
Hero,
already
Hero,
okay, but
I
look,
do
I think
say
all the admirals
because
are like in the same like strength-ish tier because it took them 10 days. They fucking Akainu and what's the fucking name?
and
Holy shit, what's his name?
Yeah,
Okay,
damn.
y'all know what I'm talking about, Ice nigga.
I'll kill you.
What?
Yeah,
Aokuchi?
they fought for
Aokuchi,
10
there you go.
days, bro. They're all in the same tier of strength. It's like
Yeah, Yonko and Admiral are definitely relative to each other. I feel like the only exception from so far.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not comparing Yonko and Admiral. I think
We're not talking about Yonko.
I think
Oh.
Kaido could take on two at the same time, and like be I
Not
think he would
here.
lose like at some point, but I think he could take two on at the same time and be like equally like okay.
It's one of the
I think-
iffy things though.
Because
It's like,
Yonko, I think Yonko and Commanders is a huge gap.
oh,
I
like
don't think if there's three,
there
three
is.
admirals, and I just don't think the admirals are stronger than Yonko. I think it would have to take two admirals to fight one Yonko.
Y'all saw what happened with Whitebeard, but even though Whitebeard's a special case, even then, regardless, like
Whitebeard's old as shit and was
he's
still
old as
boxing.
he was old as fuck.
He was still boxing the shit
Nigga,
out
bro,
of everybody.
Picked up
Dude,
the machines before the
Nigga had,
fight.
I don't know.
nigga
Y'all
had
remember that?
800 like fucking. Or
It was
like
200
6.
bullets. First off, he oh my god, okay. He got he he whooped Akainu's ass with one arm and half of his head blown. It took a total of 148 cannons, 214 fucking bullet holes, and then I think around 100 something stab wounds just to like immobilize this nigga. And he was still standing at the end, my
And
nigga.
he was already sick.
Yeah, and he was his insides got charged. He had 2 holes in his fucking stomach. Like, bro,
And that's old Whitebeard, bro.
Old
I
Whitebeard,
think
bro.
these primes.
Not to mention, he didn't get serious until after Ace died.
until after the fact.
He didn't get any type of like upset or serious for using his powers till after Ace died. So
he's already dying and old and
that's
shit, bro.
old
And that's not
he
prime.
he was planning on like, as far as the context that I see, it seems like that whole time before he was already planning on dying there and bringing about the new era. So
basically, definitely that's what it was. I mean, bro,
he
like
was not planning on dying, bro. This nigga Aizen keeps saying that.
Nah, he was, bro. He was. He
want
was.
to. But at the same time, the context that I get, he seems like he was planning on dying there.
He was planning on doing
to die for Ace. That is for sure. But he was not like, all right, I'm gonna show up to Marineford and get bodied and die here. No, nigga. I think.
I don't think.
Like,
yeah, maybe mid Marineford. He was.
Like, Marineford. Yeah, midway he was like, all right, yeah, fuck, I'm gonna just die here.
Like,
but even then, because I think the plan was right. Because obviously he knew like they weren't just gonna like let Ace get away. You get what I'm saying? So prior to that, I feel like he, like Aizen said, like he was kind of already like, all right, well, if it does get to that point and we aren't able to get a clean escape, yeah, I'll die here. You know?
I think he was ready to sacrifice himself. I understand that, but this notion that like he literally showed up to Marineford with like, all right, I'm gonna show up here and die. No, he was like, all right, we're gonna rescue Ace. If I have to die for that to happen, I'm with it. That's why when Luffy rescued Ace and they were all dipping out, he was like, all right, this is my last order. Y'all need to get away. I will stay here and basically hold the line. Yeah. Like he was definitely prepared to die, but that nigga did not show up to die. Like
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think Oda not nerfed him, but in terms of writing, he kind of nerfed him. And the reason why I say that is because he could have honestly been got rid of all of those niggas,
right,
by himself. Like
I think
besides
a lot of
Yonko.
Well, yeah,
he got rid of Yonko too, but
you gotta nerf Whitebeard.
Yeah,
This nigga
Like,
has the earthquake power,
y'all,
bro.
y'all forgot Garp was there, huh?
Oh yeah,
That's
I don't know about Garp.
true.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
oh yeah, I don't know
Garp is
about
the
Garp.
truth.
I
Like,
don't know about Garp yet. Are you crazy though?
Garf was also severely nerfed. If you like read the fucking
Right.
the new chapters,
I feel like Oda was nerfing a lot of the characters for the sake of keeping like hockey and things like that for like time skip training and whatnot. I think he was
well,
still trying to keep all
not
those
only
things under
that, I
wraps.
feel like he was nerfing it because of where Luffy and everyone else was at.
he also
So,
didn't
like-
have like a. He said he didn't have a grasp of it, so like he didn't want to just like throw it out there. You feel me? Like
Right.
What, hockey?
half-ass. Like he didn't want to half-ass do his power system. So like he wasn't ready. So he wasn't ready. So
Yeah.
he put the time skip up, and he's like, all right, now I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sengoku definitely made it known, like, no, Garp, if all these niggas fail, I'm gonna need you as the last line of defense. Like, like
That nigga, from what I've heard, nigga said,
I played Garp so long until this recent chapter. Like, for example, when Whitebeard was like, "Don't be scared of him. He's just an old man." Like, and then Garp literally chuckled at what he said in that chapter. And now you look at it and it's like, this nigga chuckled because Garp was like, yeah, right, nigga, come try it if you want to.
man, I
yeah.
feel,
Bro, one part Marco's literally like riding up to on
Garp got him the fuck out of here. I remember that.
no. Marco is riding up on Ace, and Marco just, fucking Garp just jumps up and just fucking punches him.
Bodied that nigga.
No, easy.
He one shot at the fuck, and then he sat right the fuck back down. He was like, all right, nigga. Like, I may be a fucking vice admiral, but don't get it twisted, nigga. I will beat the fuck out you niggas.
And he called them all brats.
Yeah.
Bad fucking brats. Like,
Yeah, Garp's kind of like
Garp
Mihawk in a
is
sense.
hard, dog. Like,
Bro, I knew.
In a sense, Mihawk and Garp are both like, they don't really care that much. They don't care about like title and all that. They're just chilling, doing their job, doing what they want to do.
The thing is, I knew Garp was OP back when that nigga threw a big ass fucking cannonball at the ship like it was nothing.
right.
I was like, all right, this nigga definitely OP as fuck.
Y'all should never forget. Y'all should never forget that Garp literally has the same amount of strength as Son Goku.
no, he's stronger than
I
Sengoku.
thought he's stronger.
And he also used to chase Roger around the world.
Yeah.
Right.
And Whitebeard was right there with him. So you can't sleep on these old ass bitches. Like, these niggas will fuck up anybody.
Beat the bricks out of these niggas, bro. And that's
and
why I
only
love
reason why they don't go all out is because they old as hell. They don't give a damn. They like, what I look like over here fighting the youngin'. Like,
but like, bro, Garp is doing all this with just hockey.
And on top of that, he doesn't have any double fruit power. And he chose to be vice admiral. Because really, he could be in charge of the entire Marine.
Yeah.
So this is kind of an old debate, but like, where do y'all stand with Garp's decisions during the war?
What you mean?
I'm like,
Mm.
I'm cool with it at the same time. Like, I'm not gonna call him a bitch for like, cause like some people act like, oh, it's easy as fuck. I would easily go in that situation as Garp and do this. Like, no, it's not. Or you can't just do that. It's like they do that for a lot of anime characters.
What
They're
that
like,
man Kendrick Lamar say, bro? He
Like,
said, "I
just
remember
like-
you was conflicted."
No, just like Itachi, bro. Niggas were like, yeah, if I was Itachi, I would just do this, bro. No, that's not how it works, bro. You're not going to just take it their place and do it. Like, it's not that easy.
Hero, what exact decisions are you referring to?
When he chose to play grandfather instead of playing the Marine.
This man raised Roger's son. Ace is essentially, that is Garp's son, right, or grandson. That's his family, right? He raised him. He knew Ace's struggles in life. Ace would ask him questions like, why did I deserve to be born? Like, why do I exist? Why am I here? Do people love me? Et cetera, et cetera. Like, he knew that Ace was very troubled, and he spent so much time with him in very introspective and heartfelt moments. And you could tell, obviously, there are moments when Garp is crying up on the execution stand. Like, definitely he was very conflicted. But at the same time, you got to question, what if it was Luffy up there? Would he also have let that happen if it was Luffy?
No.
And I think if he let it happen to Ace, why wouldn't he let it happen to Luffy?
Yeah, he would
I
let it happen to
think
Luffy.
That's
I
the
think it would be
difference.
the same.
Hold on. I think it would be a similar scenario to where he would let it happen. But I think the thing is, like, for Ace, he kind of came to the terms in the prison already, came to terms that, like, during the whole time that, like, okay, he's going to be executed because he's a
But
criminal.
he didn't come to terms because he was literally on the stand crying and saying, "Bro, like Ace, why didn't you live life the way I told you to? Why did you choose this path? Like, why are you in the situation?" He's
No, I
crying.
mean, that's
So
what
it's
I mean
like-
by coming to terms, to the point. It's like you might
Or
still
if y'all think
cry,
about it, though,
but you know you still have your position to hold.
He was still
But
he still resented
when
it
he got
regardless.
killed when he got killed by Kainu, he wasn't prepared to see this nigga get killed by Kainu while he was going after.
But what's the difference though? He's getting killed by the government either way. So whether
That
Regardless.
there's a big difference. If you prepare
Maybe he
yourself
had
to
hope.
watch your family member get killed in a certain way, and they get killed in a completely other way than what that way you prepared for,
there is no
that shit will
difference.
set you off.
There is
No,
no
no, no.
difference.
There's a huge difference.
Look, there's no difference. But look, the thing is, I think the difference is that he actually let like Ace escape. If you think about, remember when Luffy
He
jumped
did
up to
let
the
him
stand?
escape, right?
First him, he went ahead and let Luffy get past him and free up Ace.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking
He
of that,
let
real
him
quick.
get past, and then after that, like he kind of was letting them escape. Like he
Hold on.
could have chased after
He
them. But
he was like, my job is done. I'm not gonna do anything. But then when Akainu killed Ace, you have to remember the fact that Garp, when Ace originally was gonna die, he was gonna die from execution. Garp was prepared to see that type of death for his grandson.
That
That
doesn't mean
was set
anything,
in
bro.
mind. Hold on, Hero. Hold on. Hold on.
That does.
Hold on, bro.
Bro. That doesn't mean anything. Whether or not
So
you're
after
watching
seeing
get-
Ace get free, that lets up on your heart because you're like, oh shit, this is actually happening. They're getting out of here. But when you all of a sudden are in shock and you see another Marine take the life of your grandson, not
That's
in
a
the way that you
contradiction.
had
That is a
envisioned it, and
contradiction.
you also had the hope of them getting away because they're actually free and escaping, then that happens immediately. That puts extreme shock pressure on your mind and heart, and that's why Garp felt such a way. It's not the same thing as Ace dying from just another
he was
Marine.
prepared for Ace to die. The next second y'all are saying he wasn't prepared. If Ace is on the execution stand and
Bro.
two niggas is about, let me finish my point, bro. If Ace is on the execution stand, and he's about to get maxed out and stabbed by two niggas with long ass swords. How is that any different from him getting a hole punch through him? He's still dying either way. You're still prepared to see that, yes or no?
In which he died first and died after he got free. It's because he got
But I'm
free.
saying these niggas are
That's the
contradicting
difference.
themselves because they said, "Oh, he was prepared to watch him die. He was prepared for the execution." And then when he actually gets executed, they're like, "Oh no, that watching him get executed in that way, that was too much for his heart." No, nigga, that makes no sense.
Yes, it does. Because he got free. That's why it makes sense.
Hold up. You're talking about like a logical standpoint versus emotions. Your emotions don't work the same way as you do when, like, you're not going to watch
he was
someone die.
emotionally prepared. You just said he was emotionally prepared.
we're saying
He was emotionally prepared for one way, which was an actual execution.
And after that one way failed and Ace got free, he's emotionally prepared for Ace to get free. So he's not thinking Ace is going to suddenly get a hole punched through his fucking chest. He's not expecting. So that came of shock value, and that affects him.
Like, even when Ace,
you acting like a robot.
They're not trying to let them escape. So like Garb saying, "Oh, he's with Luffy now. Now he's safe." The Marines are still trying to get them niggas. So it's like, what are you talking about?
But he was going to escape though. Like that. Like he saw that he was prepared.
Saying, they're pursuing them. So it's not like all of a sudden they were scot-free. Like y'all can't say he's prepared for an execution, and then when he gets executed, it's a big like he acts like, "Oh my god, how could this have happened?" Like what, nigga? Like
I feel like regardless, no matter what it was, Garp didn't want Ace to die. Regardless, he didn't want Ace to die. He and getting back to y'all point earlier about would it have been different if Luffy was in a situation. I believe it would have been different because, well, as you can see, if Garp really stood by what he meant, right, he would not have let Luffy even get near the fucking podium at all. He would have knocked that nigga the fuck out and got him right out of there. So that whole shit where it's just like, oh well, why didn't Ace, why didn't you live your life like how I told you? Like that shit was gonna be out of the window regardless. It doesn't matter, you know.
Right.
And
But look, Hero, like he literally Ace. Like I know you're saying that, like they're still chasing him, but like he was out of chains. They were escaping, so Garp literally could have chased after them if he wanted to, but like he didn't.
He
Like,
didn't.
he knew they were going to escape.
Means anything because at the end of the day, Garp showed up to the execution that day, expecting Ace to be killed.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Blank.
But like, it all changes when he escapes.
I feel like it was very situational. Yeah, I feel like the whole situation
doesn't mean he's escaped, quote unquote.
I don't think he was prepared for it at all. If you're keeping it a buck, like, yeah, he was expecting this nigga to die, but like just because he was expecting him to die doesn't mean he accepted it. You know, like,
okay, I'll say that. Yeah, he was not prepared because he was obviously crying. Like, obviously he was not prepared. Obviously he didn't want it to happen, but he was expecting this nigga to die. Like that, like he was fully expecting that, and he was literally there to witness it. So it's like, y'all can't turn around and say, like, oh, nah, that nigga. But when Akainu killed him, that was like stepping over the line. What line, bro? He was still dying. Like,
nobody.
I don't want to kiss.
I wouldn't say it's stepping over the line,
back
but
and forth. We should probably move on to something else.
Hold up. But I wouldn't say it's stepping over the line, but I would say as far as emotional value, yes, I can see why
it's like having
two different ways about it.
It's like having an emotional roller coaster. Because it's like, oh, this is about to happen. Oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, it actually happened.
Man, come on now. I'm not.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Akainu did trash talk that motherfucker too. That's another good point. I feel like Garp was just pissed off with Akainu in general, just by the way he kind of did it. Because at the same time, not only did he endanger Ace, he also endangered Luffy at the same time. So it was more of like a double edged sword.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, Luffy was there, and niggas was threatening Luffy's life the whole time.
Whitebeard went through the same emotional trauma.
Luffy literally stared down
Garp
didn't move a muscle.
Yeah.
So like,
I feel like because Garp knew Luffy wasn't going to get killed, but I feel like once he fought Akainu, he's like, all right, yeah, this nigga about to get killed, and then I feel like the whole way Ace died was like just disrespectful in general. I feel like that's really what it was. It was just like disrespectful, and then that's why he acted the way he acted. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but that's kind of how I look at it.
I can see it.
And yeah, like regardless, dog, like that nigga Garp, he was never like 100. He like if he could have got Ace out, he would have.
Would he?
But it was, yeah, he would have.
If anything, Garp was teeter-tottering the whole time.
Right.
And then him die.
Like a female trying to figure out what she wants to eat.
Him die made him realize that, like, okay, fuck this.
What did Deus just say? Deus, what did you just say?
I said like a female trying to figure out what she was trying to eat. Like she's like, oh, maybe I want this, but then also, maybe I want that. Then she doesn't get this, she's gonna be upset regardless.
And the topic. That's the end of the topic. Moving on to the next topic.
Look, let's
trying to decide what she wants
about the year.
To our female viewers, I'm sorry for this ignorant ass nigga.
The decade is winding down, and these sites are starting to put up lists of basically animes of the decade.
Before we get into that, I do have an agenda that I want to push.
Oh, okay.
I want to announce this to all the viewers, and I want to thank the Mecha King, Hero the Great, for bringing me on to the Gundam train. Bro, if y'all have not watched Gundam Unicorn, Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, Promise to God, it's on Netflix. Both whole series is on Netflix. Take your ass there. Go watch it. Go enjoy it. I swear to God, you gonna be in there. You're gonna be immersed, bro. You're gonna want to get a Gundam, but low-key, you're not gonna want to. Because that world, you can die at any moment, bro. You really can die. Like, I've been seeing some shit. I teared up for some of the people who died in Gundam, because it's like you wake up to make your cereal one morning, and all of a sudden you see a rocket coming through your window and you dead. It's like that. But bro, I swear you're gonna fall in love with all of the characters. Shout out to my nigga Benager. Okay, I just want people to enjoy Gundam because that shit is so fire.
So fire.
It's so fire. Like oh my god,
told
I'm
you
in
niggas.
love. I am
told
in
you niggas.
Gundam is such a beloved series worldwide. Don't let people on social media tell you otherwise. Gundam is so beloved, and if you watch a Gundam, you can just tell how much time and effort is put into Gundam. Like the soundtrack is so amazing. The art and animation looks incredible. Even in certain Gundams, when it's CGI, which I'm not even a big fan of CGI, but I can't even knock CGI and Gundam when they do it because it just looks so good. You can just tell how much time, effort, and love they put into it. And there's no way I can't appreciate that. Like, there's no way anyone cannot appreciate that.
Oh God, Gundam Destiny is fire.
Hey,
look.
Gundam Destiny,
It's-
please.
Okay,
It's so
okay.
real. It's
What
so
we're not
real.
gonna do is we're not gonna disrespect Destiny in my face. Even though that shit's ass, and I know it's ass, all right? Only I can disrespect Destiny.
Look. It's so fucking beautiful that just the episode before last of the podcast, I had said watch a 90s anime because the aesthetic and drawings and art is beautiful. I'm watching Gundam Unicorn. This shit was made in like 2014 or 15, and it has the same fucking aesthetics with a modern look. Like it's just so fucking. So watch Gundam, bro. On God, watch Gundam. On God, no cap.
Shaun, have you finished Unicorn and started Iron Blood Orphans? Or are you still?
I'm still on Unicorn.
Watch Double O after Iron Blooded Orphans. I swear to God, you're gonna fucking piss yourself, nigga. That shit's so goddamn good.
It's so good, bro. Watch Gundam, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. I just feel so vindicated though, because first Keith, and now I got Shaun on here spreading the good word of Gundam. It just feels good.
I've been trying to preach y'all to this Destiny. This beautiful.
Don't listen to Rambo. He trying to set you up.
Wow, that's crazy.
You gonna get caught up with a banana in your tailpipe. You like,
Nigga.
What agenda am I pushing right now? Okay.
But
I'm about to preach.
Go ahead.
First things first, my nigga. Right now, I'm watching Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho season 2.
Nigga, you late.
I'm late. I'm not gonna lie. That it kind of starts off a bit slow, but I got to like episode 4 of season 2, and like now it's starting to pick up. Like the first serious arc is happening. And I fuck with it heavily. It's actually lit. Mob is a very interesting character. Like, especially the way he's developed too. He's very interesting.
Transformers in the chat.
This is disrespectful.
This nigga, bro. Oh, real disrespectful. Anyway, yeah, but nah, I fuck with Mob. I fuck with Mob. I fuck with Mob heavy. Shit. But what I really want to talk about is this. This right here. Let me explain to y'all niggas something. Can we talk about Isayama, the fucking GOAT, my nigga? The fucking GOAT?
Yeah, I was about to say, when he said anime of the decade, I was like, yeah, Attack on Titan is definitely one.
There's no
way. Let me fucking tell you niggas, if you're not fucking watching, I mean, not watching.
Reading,
if you're not watching or reading Attack on Titan, my nigga, you're doing your life is wrong. You're just living life wrong, my nigga. Like, I'm sorry.
Shonen meathead.
Listen, my nigga. Read the goddamn book, okay? It ain't hard. Read, nigga. Read. God damn it, bro. Look, there's no flaws with this series. Like, honestly, I can't find any flaw with this series, and that's just me. Like I have to really sit down and nitpick. I have to nitpick, and then even me nitpicking, they're all arguable.
But the only flaw that he actually said was in his show, he fixed it in the anime.
He fixed it in anime. Like it's just fucking crazy.
So as far as the ones that was mentioned, they have first it would be One Punch Man is one of them.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one at all.
I'm only mentioning like more shonen. I'm only mentioning more shonen relevant.
That shit ain't on the board, dog.
Fate Zero, Fate Zero, and Fate Night. Hunter x Hunter 2011 version. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. They had quite a few series. within the last one.
Mob
Attack
is
on
on
Titan was
there.
definitely mentioned. Yeah, Mob is on there.
Mob
Killer
is the
Kill
top
is on
three.
there.
One that is also top grossing on like
High
huge
Q
top
is
lists.
also in that list. Assassination Classroom.
Bro,
My
what
Hero
are you naming?
Academia.
What are you naming? Stop.
My Hero. This is the list that I literally got the topic.
This is the list. They put Devilman Crybaby on here, which, bro, I'm like, come on, dude.
Okay, they put Devilman Crybaby because it won Anime of the Year on Crunchyroll.
But
My Hero is also on there, so you can't really just throw that out.
That could be argued. I might argue for My Hero to be on in the top 10, maybe top 5.
Promise Neverland is in there, but like.
Wait, so your name? This is their list?
This is their list.
They need to chill out.
They put Demon Slayer in top. Come on, bro.
It's a news article list, pretty much. It's a list from a news article.
Okay,
and
look,
it's
they
not
put
like
Demon Slayer. Bro, Demon Slayer it brought its manga sales to like the top, like it just like past One Piece towards the end of October.
Top 10 of the decade. No.
I mean, bro, it's not saying these are the best.
Top anime of the decade. I'm not buying.
Bro, that's literally because of all the casuals. Anime is becoming mainstream, and My Hero and KNY were like the first ones to like hit that huge. Well, Attack on Titan did hit it, I think, like the beginning of it, but those two like have been throughout the whole show.
It's just like all it's doing is listing possible like what's the best of the decade, and it's just listing a bunch of new animes that came out within the decade.
Could any of y'all put together a top 10 or top 5 list on the spot of best anime?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
All together or this decade?
He already named one. Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much named them all. If I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, look. I'm gonna give my top 5 real quick.
It will be
Attack on
anime
Titan
only.
is definitely on there. Mob is a masterpiece. Mob Psycho.
Yep.
Fucking I just had this ready. Wow, I just forgot.
One Punch Man.
No, One Punch Man.
No, One Punch Man is not nowhere near that.
I know.
My Hero is on there.
Smart man.
Bro, just because how mainstream KNY is,
we're talking about anime that only came out within this decade.
I would argue to throw KNY. Oh, it's like decades. So that's crazy. So Hunter x Hunter is I could throw Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter would be in there.
That's crazy. Hunter's in there.
But that's 4. Like, what are other? You need 6 other animes that came out within this decade.
I put Assassin's.
There's a lot. Assassin's Classroom ain't nowhere on that list, bro. Don't stop playing.
But like, bro, we're talking about this decade, so like, you have to bring up animes that came out from 2010 to right now.
Bleach,
like all those don't count.
You can't include.
I know that. But there's still a lot like that are above the Assassin's Classroom. The rest of those.
Who is likely to vote for the new Pokemon series that just came out?
I'm excited for it. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Dragon Ball Super. I would throw that on there. I don't care. Like, I'll put Dragon Ball Super on there for sure.
Dragon Ball Super is a continuation. It's not considered new. I think like that's the reason why it's not on the list.
What are you talking about?
New animes of this decade. That's literally the list. That's the reason why Super isn't on there. Like, all of these are considered to be new adaptations that came out from 2010 starting. Attack on Titan didn't come out before 2010, if you get what I'm saying.
Wait, aren't there 200 X Hunters?
Was that 2009?
2011 is what we're going to talk about for anime of the decade.
Yeah, because they kind of like redid it. So
that is definitely
okay. Well, yeah. Well, for sure, Hunter x Hunter, My Hero, Attack on Titan, and those 3 are at the top for sure.
For sure.
Mob Psycho, I would definitely put above One Punch Man. I don't know why One Punch Man's even like on there, bro. They anime got like dropped to build out.
I'm pretty sure Hellsing came out before 2010.
Parasite's super underrated, so I don't even know if people really know about that shit.
Parasite definitely needs to know.
I don't know what I would put it on mine, but like I don't know about other people.
So wait, y'all saying like no Mob Psycho, no One Punch Man?
I said Mob Psycho, no One Punch Man, no.
What? I actually think I need time to think about it.
No. Wait, hold on, rewind. My bad, I just came back. Sorry.
We're right now we're naming top 5 anime of the decade on your personal list.
I thought we were 10.
Hey, what about Let's See?
Top 10. I don't know about Tokyo Ghoul. Like the first season was good, and then like kind of just spiraled into disaster. But also that's the thing. I could name One Punch Man season 1, but like nah, as a whole, I don't think. They put Ancient Magnus Pride on this. That's too. They're putting a lot of underrated anime that many people would know about. I will put
to answer Cole's question in the comments. Yes, Parasite is fire.
I'll put JoJo's on there.
Really underrated.
Yeah, I would say I'll put JoJo's on there too. But wait,
but JoJo's
what part would it? Yeah, like
because JoJo's been around.
Didn't all the parts come out in the last decade?
You there?
Is that true?
I
didn't know that.
I forgot they did read that.
Yeah, they did. They readapted all of them in the last decade. So JoJo's definitely on there. It's like a 5 banger.
Fuck.
So yeah, that's like 5 that like for sure,
so
like they are on there. Like JoJo's 100% on there. Attack on Titan is definitely on there. Mob Psycho is definitely on there.
100
My Hero is definitely on there.
Y'all wouldn't put Vinland Saga on there?
I haven't even like watched Vinland Saga.
Definitely is.
I only seen like
Devilman Crybaby, very excellent fucking anime.
I wouldn't put that as yeah. Think about it, of the decade. Like,
of the decade, yeah, right.
Like, think about that. I'm not putting those subpar shit of the
It's
decade.
it's not subpar.
I feel like it's a bit weird to put anything that's not even finished yet. Also,
yeah, I'm not gonna put anything.
That's true.
Okay. Then
fucking they put Tokyo Ghoul on this list, bro. Parasite, I think Parasite's anime is better than
Tokyo Ghoul is part of anime of the decade. Wait, you talking about the first season?
They just put Tokyo Ghoul on.
I definitely think Fate and the series in Fate is on there. Fate as a whole is on there.
Yeah, Fate. I'll put that in there.
Yeah, I'll put Fate on there.
Tokyo Ghoul, bro. I don't. It's just the first season, bro. Like the rest of it, they just butchered.
If Sword Art Online didn't have such a bad reputation, I would put that on there. At least top 10. Top 10. Not top 5.
Yeah.
I was like Sword Art Online did so much for anime as a culture in those dry years.
Put on
if we're
definitely, definitely Sword Art Online was definitely there for those dry years. Because when did it drop? Actually, 2014, 2013, 14. That was the same year that fucking Fairy Tail was like in the top 3 because we was just having such dry shit going
on the real though, I already got to include Boruto.
Okay, stop it.
Hey, this list. Okay, look.
I'll
put Gim season 1 on there, maybe. Top 10. But
season 1 of what?
The season One Punch Man.
Season 1 of One Punch Man was gas.
It was super gas.
One Punch Man. I wouldn't say it was as gas as like Demon Slayer, but like for its time, that's how One Punch Man was. They was comparing One Punch Man to everything. They was like, yeah, like.
I don't think anyone see.
I'm not putting Fruits Basket up there in my top 10. Fruits Basket 2019.
I would. I low key when I see the Kill la Kill on this one list, and
I don't get that at all.
It's deeper than you think it is. I'll put that in like top 20.
I mean, I get that Kill la Kill has like a cult following, a cult fan base, but
I wouldn't include Kill la Kill.
This nigga's put Yuri on Ice on this list. Hell no.
Yeah, no.
Some of these I don't even know. There's a bunch of underrated seasonals like Ancient Magnus, but I've seen that. Violet Evergarden's on there.
ReZero underrated as fuck.
ReZero. I low key want to pick that up. Low key want to pick that up.
Yeah, you need to. Season 2's coming out.
Season 2's coming out like.
I think.
Coming out on the 11th.
I think it's this year or something like that. They got Wataku. They got Wataku on here. Love is hard for Wataku. I've seen that, but I ain't no anime of the decade. The Promised Neverland was really good anime. I get now we're like putting it down, pushing it like we've seen like a lot of anime that might be like at 10 if any.
Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the suspense and everything, but
reflect on this past decade before
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that even from the like topic list that I got is missing.
I know
like,
I'm missing a lot of shit. But
yeah, they're only naming like 20 and they keep going. They're done. Like, bro, just
most of the
name
lists are
everything.
Things that came out in the past like maybe 3 to 4 years.
Bro,
But-
decade.
like didn't Magi start 2011?
I'll definitely put Magi up there.
Bro, 10 years, bro. That's a lot.
Magi is great.
Right.
Magi is great.
I'll definitely put Magi up there.
Comb, took good goals outside of season.
Oh no, wait, let me see.
But I definitely put Parasite above Tokyo Ghoul's anime as a whole.
I do too.
This
No,
nigga said,
I put Parasite
why is
above-
everybody putting Task to Class and Classroom so high up?
I don't get it either. I don't get that.
I don't get that at all.
Man, Magi came out in 2019.
Have you guys watched the Assassination Classroom?
Have y'all
Yeah.
niggas actually watched the show?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's right.
I've seen
like,
it, but like,
I mean,
bro, just think about it. Anime of the decade.
It was a decade. 10 years.
Like,
I mean,
that
it
shit making in
wasn't.
there.
I mean,
Death Note?
I don't.
Wait.
I can see it being in there. I don't see it winning.
When did
if you
Death
get
Note
what
come
I'm
out?
saying. I do not remember when Death Note came out.
Death Note came out long.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, it came out like 2006.
2006, yeah.
Yeah.
A while ago.
I'm telling you, Deadman Wonderland needs to make it. It needs it's right.
Devin
Bro,
Wonderland.
Like, I can see Assassination Classroom being in like the list. I don't see it winning though. If you get what I'm saying, like Assassination Classroom is a good show overall.
Yeah. Decade's just disgusting though.
Like as far as writing and everything else, I don't see a problem with Assassination Classroom.
Really looking up all these things.
It's just like actually, I don't even know what is it classified as. Actually, is it even a shonen? I don't think it's a
I don't know
shonen.
what the fuck then.
Oh, that just might be the thing. It might not be a typical shonen, but like
I haven't seen Haikyuu. I don't want to watch it. I don't like sports anime. I don't fuck sports anime.
No,
I don't care how good it is.
Bro.
He said, "Fuck."
Fuck sports anime. I'll live to the day I die, dog. I got so much other shit I want to watch.
oh, we
Oh, this came out.
Wait a
Bro.
minute. Speaking of it,
I know y'all
what's
don't
up?
like watch Slice of Life, but like
High School DxD.
Snafu, My Team Romantic Comedy is like one of the top fucking Slice of Lives, like all the time.
Man, what you laughing at, Deus?
Oh, what you
Oh,
call it, man? This nigga really said, bro. Oh my god, I can't repeat it on stream. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I thought my mic was muted, bro.
So the question is, yo, you putting High School DxD up there?
No.
This man, bro. To be honest, all right, I'm honestly surprised that High School DxD isn't even on there. To be honest,
Bro, that shit, that new season kind of. If that new season kept the animation style, it kept going, I would be good. But no.
Hold on. Which show is that girl 02 from? Darling in the Franxx?
Darling in the
That's not in it?
No, that shit dropped.
That's not in there for you, dog?
The second half dropped off horribly, bro.
Oh, I
the
never
first-
watched them. I just know
the
the
first half
category.
was a masterpiece, but then the second half like dropped off hard. They was like, "Yeah, it's gonna space, niggas." I'm like, "What?" And
You
then the
man
show
said it was
was
a
over.
masterpiece.
Yeah, Violet Evergarden's on here, and that's a really good drama slice of life, but no one knows what that really is.
Yeah, and Anime Standard OJ
said his top 5 for the decade is 1 AOT, 2 Vinland Saga, 3 Haikyuu, 4 JJP. Wait, what's JJP?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think he's trying
okay.
to say. I think he's
Okay,
trying
and
to
the 5 is Assassination Class. Your list is dark. No, I'm playing.
Don't do
Yeah,
that,
see?
dog. You are only fan.
A message got retracted? What the fuck?
I
Darling
think you can
Franxx-
delete it on Wiki.
Darling in the Franxx was great until the second half.
man, fuck.
This is like a huge. That's a lot of anime in the past decade.
It is. It's a lot to choose from.
Niggas will name like 5 shows or 20 shows from this year. I'm like, bro, there's 9 more years. Nigga, go back.
If we get the Twitter page up and running, that's something we could discuss on there. If I think about it, I'll definitely put a list on.
I have a question for y'all.
Yeah,
I know a lot of y'all have been seeing this recent Bleach Bleach wave on the TL, and I have a question. This is concerning. This is like one of the oldest fucking debates in the book, but I'm curious for your opinions on it. All right, do y'all think Ogiorda was actually the strongest Espada?
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very long read Bleach. I know he was the only one to have like 2 releases on his whatever their stores are called.
Resurrection.
Yeah, he's only gonna have 2 resurrections, but man, I'm not sure.
There's a contextual debate that I saw that proves yes, and there's one that I saw that proves no. The one that I saw that proves no has to do with like for one, Aizen's the one who like with Yukidora saying that Aizen didn't know about his second release, which is why he was like in which Aizen kind of gives them their forms to begin with. So it wouldn't make sense that Aizen wouldn't know about the second release when Aizen also said that he pretty much planned the fight between Yukidora and Ichigo to push Ichigo higher. So if he thought that Ichigo was going to die in that fight because of a second release, it wouldn't make sense that he would have him at 4, knowing his final strength. Another thing is also when he went into his second release, Yami was the only other person who was still there. And Yami felt his spiritual pressure and just was like, oh, okay, he's serious. And then kept going about his day as if nothing, as if he didn't feel that power. But as much as I love Yukidora, I would like to say that he was, mainly because of as far as the scaling from what Hollow Ichigo and Bankai should be, it seems like he would completely decimate because like even though in movies, even in movies, which is like non-canon, his Hollow Ichigo form in Hellverse was so entirely strong that they didn't even know Hell chains could be broken until he came into like the verse. Like no one, like the doors for hell and all that shit, they didn't know that shit could be tore apart until Hollow Ichigo. So
Bro, it's funny because I'm on YouTube and literally the first thing is Clyde made a video. Was Okira the strongest?
And then another thing is like as Okira did like pretty much completely get bodied. But well the thing with to anime standard, which you just said, the thing is with Yami is that he was 0, but the problem is it was kind of like a Hawk factor. So Yami's potential to get stronger as far as like being the strongest would make him 0. As far as him currently being the strongest, like depending on how pissed he is, it doesn't seem like that would be the case. It seems like he would have to get to a certain piss level for the caveat of him to actually be 0. So in reality, it seems like he has the number, even though when he actually fought, that strength of being 0 wasn't there. Because it was clear, like, the difference between, like, him fighting Kenpachi and them and, like, getting bodied while Kenpachi and Bakia was basically fighting each other in comparison to, like, Stark literally giving this man, giving both of the 2 oldest captains a run for their money. And, like, Stark didn't even actually want to fight.
But back to the anime decade. I didn't think about 7 Deadly Sins at all, but
I mentioned it.
Oh shit!
Season 1, I fuck too all like.
Shit, I don't know. This season 3 might bring it down to mid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have such great first season. Some of these animes, and then like they start to fall off. So I don't know if they're like counting it or like because like the first season will come out and they won't come out with another season like forever because they didn't expect it to be that good, and then the second season is just like ass for like almost like everything. Like a lot of these ones we're not considering top, but so I don't know if they're considering the whole show. considering the whole
Yeah,
show.
I don't exactly know what they did to list them. I was just naming off the better ones that I seen in the list because there was a lot of other stuff that was like outside of Shonen that I didn't really watch, so I couldn't really speak on it.
Someone said
But
Blue Exorcist. I forgot all about that shit.
bro, there's so many shows that came out.
Fucking
I can think of quite a few that might pop up
Monogatari.
in the next 5 minutes, but
Some niggas said
coming
Akame
to a
got killed.
close.
Hell no.
Yeah, already coming to a close though. Closing thoughts and announcements, guys.
Yeah, for closing thoughts, I just want maybe to recount on everyone that's present. Like overall, what is y'all's expectations for Superior as a brand? Y'all want to talk about that for a bit? Like, where do y'all see this going, and what is y'all's like hopes for everything?
My thing is definitely for one, the podcast. I feel like the podcast will bring in people, and knowing that sooner or later we're going to start getting up us having individual discussions with like say like me and Dancho talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, or me and you Hero talking about One Piece, like having specific discussions on certain stuff, even if it's not all of us. I think it's more of like a place where we're bringing together all of our fans plus bringing each other fans from each other once it grows. So because I definitely still have my own YouTube at the moment for Tower of God. Shaun still has his little content he does for.
Well, my content got me little.
Because you only got 2 of them.
I got 3. All right, new video up. Go check the video out.
Doncho's Keith is doing his live reactions.
Right.
Doncho's doing his reviews on Jujutsu Kaisen that he's going to start pushing. Deus and 2 does their gaming. So
Twitch.tv/that kid Deus. Just saying.
I'm gonna link it at the end. Trust me. He said it so quick.
So quick.
I know.
But
I need to definitely rehearse.
he be waiting for it too. Y'all need my Twitch link? Nah, but I definitely see it as like this is the collective of us bringing our different groups together as far as our own fan bases and the fan base we get from here, and them being able to experience stuff from all of us, whether or not they've seen it before or like ever gotten into it before now. So
right, I get that.
I think Superior as a whole of what we're gonna of it, branching out different channels, having Twitter page, other social media, just getting into different activities of ourselves and also branching out, doing our own individual things. I think we're just gonna create like our own kind of family biome of our creativity, kind of like the same way that and I don't like comparing myself to people, but for example, like RDC World 1, they have their whole channel that is branched off to doing more skits, doing gaming. They do kind of a little bit of everything that everybody in that household does. That's kind of the same way that Superior is pushing with all so diverse, different. And I just think the further we go on, because we are actually tying down and getting these episodes in every week, we're going to only grow from here. And, we just keep bouncing ideas off of each other, whether it be about manga or it's about games or music. All that stuff is just going to constantly evolve. And, as this goes on with time, we'll be looking back at this episode 6, these closing thoughts, and be like, oh shit, we sure did say that happened.
Kind of bouncing on what you're saying, I kind of expect looking into the future, I really want to build a community of sorts where, like you said, we can all come together and share our thoughts and really just talk about, anime and media and video games and movies, and just have thoughtful, meaningful discussion, have some fun, get to know one another, and really just build off from that and build like a loving community where thoughts are respected and and people are legitimately friends and whatnot. So, yeah, man, I think if we continue doing what we are doing, being consistent, putting out quality content, we'll definitely get there. Just got to stay the course. You know what I mean?
Yard.
Anybody got anything else they want to add?
I would like to say that
watch him get out of his Twitch.
Chill. Let me collect my thoughts.
You had so much time to collect your thoughts while they were talking.
Right.
My bad, bro. My bad. Chill on me.
One more time.
Look.
Okay,
look.
bro, go ahead.
I just want to say, right, that I feel like all right, first things first, right? As y'all can see, we are not like everybody else's podcast. Like, we're honestly like, because there's not like, it's all of us as a collective. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like one nigga. You like, and then like, it's not like one nigga and then a whole other group of niggas behind him. You feel me? We're like the Migos. It's either all of us or none of us. You know.
Oh God.
But
tell that to that nigga Quavo.
But yeah, it's either all of us or none of us, you know. And sometimes y'all will see episodes where certain people aren't in the podcast, you know, like niggas are part of the main cast and shit.
Bro, what happened
Aren't in the podcast because something happened. They aren't in the podcast, you know, because of like, you know, sometimes they can't make it or whatever. But that's just how it is. It's kind of how we roll, you know. And also, when we say we're superior minds, right? We're not saying that our minds are superior than yours. You get what I'm saying? It's more of just like
I am.
I thought I was too.
Nah, it's more of like
My mind is the utmost superior.
Everybody that's watching or that engages with the podcast has a superior mind, if that makes any sense. So even if you aren't in the podcast, you are still a superior mind. If that makes, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a common misconception that niggas have with our podcast. Niggas be like, oh, these niggas are just a bunch of fucking anime niggas that think they're better than everybody else. And we're like, no, my nigga, that's not the case. Only you niggas think that shit because y'all have an inferiority complex. That's not on us. Handle that drama within y'all.
You mean superiority, not inferiority?
No, they have an inferiority complex.
Because they think that we're looking down on them.
Oh, them. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't looking down on nobody. You just like looking up. Anyways.
Oh God.
Oh God. But yeah, I just want to say I appreciate everybody that comes through and supports the podcast. Seriously, from the deepest parts of my heart, what I have left of it, I honestly do appreciate the support.
Damn, nigga, who took parts of your heart?
Hey, bro, you already know I done been through a lot, my nigga. That's the point. It's not about me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody else can agree with that.
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
Not triggering.
Hey, yo,
Definitely,
Food Wars? It's like, no.
Here this nigga go. Fire, by the way.
I definitely appreciate everyone who comes through. For the people who's here,
comments, the 7 people who are watching, all the people who are gonna watch, we love you. We thank you for supporting us. All the support means everything.
Well, thank you for loving me because I am one of those 7.
This nigga.
I thought that meant Shaun was about to say Jesus is King at the end. No, but as far as everyone, I would like for after I post the video up that if people can go in the comments if you want to leave topic suggestions and everything else, we would take those down so we can have some more topics that you guys want to discuss and interact with next week.
Because I ain't gonna lie,
if y'all watch this video right now, post in the comments. We post the video what y'all want to talk about. Anything, topics or any controversial shit. We'll do our best.
Any type of topic, whether it's something of popularity sorts, whether it's something about anime, something about gaming. It can be literally anything. Like I'll sit here and talk about cow.
Nigga, we'll talk about the Amazon rainforest. You feel me? We'll talk about fucking anything. Nigga, it don't matter.
Amazon rainforest. Oh God, or anything. So just engage with us, and we'll do our best to engage back. And
right, what we gonna name this episode?
Name it who blah blah.
Is that your gynecologist? It is.
Yeah,
is that your gynecologist?
Yeah, that's the name of the episode, bro. Is that your gynecologist?
Bro, you can't tell me that funny names will attract you. That shit will have me weak.
We gotta call
my
it
God.
Breaking the Hymen.
Breaking the Hymen, bro.
God damn.
That's the name of the episode.
That's the name of it. That's the name of it, bro. Breaking the Hymen, bro.
Oh God.
This is Superior Minds episode, Breaking the Hymen.
Right. We signing off, bro. Anybody want to plug some shit before we go? I'm gonna go first. Y'all go ahead and follow me on Twitter at XXX Hero. That is XXX Hero. I'm a mecha head. I watch all sorts of anime and manga, and I read all sorts of manga too. But y'all go fuck with me.
Shit. I already plugged my shit. I'm gonna plug it again. Fuck it. Feel me? Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/thatkiddeus. You feel me? If y'all niggas were following me on my alt account, on my original account at thatkiddeus, I have a new account now because Jack done sniped my ass. Follow me on at thatmandeus. You feel me? For any kind of stream notifications, Superior Minds notifications, all that shit, or just random bullshit. Because I post random bullshit. So yeah, do that.
Well, I'm too great. TUU great. I think be typing in TOO. I'm like, what, bro? But yeah, follow me on Twitter as usual. We're all on fucking Twitter, and I'm on Twitch as well. Twitch.tv/2great. That's about it. Yeah. Next.
Y'all already know it's me. It's only me. Can't be nobody but me.
Jesus.
For this nigga,
Jesus.
go.
No, there's a lot of Sean.
Nasty boy in the
I
building.
know a lot of
It's
Sean's.
Warrior Sean on Twitter.
y'all
Warrior
only
on
know
Instagram.
one
_Sean on Snapchat. Y'all talking over me while I'm throwing in my plugs. So
My
quit
bad.
talking over me.
Do that
Really
shit again.
smack on. Then
Go ahead, King.
get my shit on YouTube.
Plug
All
your
right.
shit, King.
It's just Sean Warrior. The link is gonna be in the description. Hit me up on Twitter at Warrior Sean. If you ever need to talk about something, you always hit the DM. If you're pretty, you can hit the DM. Hit me on Instagram. Pages up. Sean C Warrior. Everything is all cool. Everything's all groovy. I'll talk to y'all next week.
All right, you already know it's Aizen. Fuck Twitter. You can your Instagram though, ACESAP Rocky, big facts. My YouTube page will still be in the description at VO the 25th Grace. But
I just see it.
we'll catch y'all next week.
I just see it. He just said the hentai
We
guy.
love y'all. Be good. Y'all be safe out there.